Hello, and welcome along to episode 20 of Sogravia, the last Bastion. Unfortunately today, Jay cannot be with us. He is...
Talking to a tree.
Uh-oh.
He's playing Jumanji.
Welcome to the jungle.
He's playing
I'd like to leave too, please.
He's playing Jumanji with Jafar in Japan.
Oh my god, not
in
Japan.
Japan.
Yes, unfortunately, he has
like?
fractured his earlobe, but he will be with us next week, we hope. In the meantime, everybody else is here, and a brief recap should be given, really.
You mean red cap?
Sure, yeah, red cap. Last week, the players found themselves wandering around the woods looking for people who disappeared, only to be more of the people that disappeared as they were sucked into the realm of the feywilds.
Wow.
They met some badgers. They wandered across some cornfields. They frolicked in the flowers. They fell in love all over again with Charlotte. They traversed up a waterfall, met a singing tree, and were charged by the Archfey to close a portal. Little did the party know, they'd sort of done things a bit backwards. They were meant to find the portals first, not know what they did, then get sucked into the Archfey realm and know exactly what to do.
That's us for you.
Instead, they bumbled into the Feywild themselves, and then they took this news to the Magus Arcane, who were like, have you seen these strange circular-like structures? And after a while,
Have you seen any plates?
the party finally realized that they had indeed seen some circular
I
strange
rewatched
structures.
that back and I went, oh yeah, I know where those are, and nobody answered, and I was like, what do you mean?
This is why Alora has
My
to be
bad.
here. She can't leave.
My bad.
Alora's the only one who remembers this.
To be fair, I also watched it back and was like, I don't know why I was not listening to Alora at this point in time. Anyway, the Magus Arcane headmaster, Realdan, with whom you had a meeting in 4 days' time, or something, instead said he'd teleport you there right now. And that is where we left off. And it is there that we are going to resume, but in one moment.
Okay.
Oh, now who has to leave?
Wow. How
God,
the tables
so
have turned.
How the turns have tabled. We went up to the most powerful wizard in the world, was like, hey, you see any plates lately?
Sorry. I'm still having issues.
It's that open door back there, the door to heaven.
I was supposed to say the light of God.
Oh. Okay, there we go. Sorted. Yeah, it is there that we resume as Realdan teleports you back to this place.
Wait,
Have we been here before?
Yeah.
what? This map does not look familiar.
Oh my
It's a
god.
beautiful lake.
Oh my gosh.
Recall
Okay,
the
so,
skeletons.
yeah, to the south is where the
Oh yeah, you're right.
the things are. Yes.
That's so helpful, Josh.
Are we going to that place that was
The
just
palisades
full
are
of traps?
here.
Palisade. Yes.
Yeah.
But you also see these
Yes.
strange
Right.
monuments like this, with skeletons and skulls hanging down that were meant to be like old religious structures. Is that correct?
Ooh.
It's not been here that session, so fucking.
Did you had a fight
Spooky.
here? You had a fight here with some assassins.
Oh yeah, we did.
Mm-hmm.
We fought assassins? Yeah, I guess I really wasn't
That
here.
really wasn't here.
You
this
weren't
session.
here. You were standing. You were standing over here.
Alright, thanks, Callum. Use that old man knowledge.
Regardless, as he teleports you here, you sort of each land down with a bit of a thud. It was a bit of a sudden teleportation.
Ow, my ass.
And
Jesus.
Realdan sort of looks around and, is this the place?
Close enough.
Yes, I think so.
Yeah.
Something I forgot to do last week that I will do this week. Last week you met a very fruity divination wizard
Sure
who
did.
attempted to
yeah,
flirt
that
with
gay
you.
guy.
He looked like that.
Whoa.
Damn, he is a
Ooh.
fuckboy.
Are you interested now, Sullivan?
Are you interested now, Astrid?
No, I'm straight. And,
Oh
Yeah.
right.
Oh, sure you are. Wait,
Jesus.
But of
That's
That's
course,
neither here nor there.
you-
Sullivan gets like very red. You guys try to ask
Whoa!
him
Why are we
about-
talking about that guy with the headmaster? Is a baddie.
yes,
Yeah.
he is. He's
Damn.
also 1,148 years old.
Wisdom.
1,148 for the Brits.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah. So this is Realdan. He's teleported you there. I'd just forgotten to ping you the assets
Damn, James, why are they so hot?
Because you can't get unhot elf art unless it's
That's
drawn by a
That's
7-year-old with a crayon.
That's so true.
Literally the only way it is.
Can you look up on hot elf?
Ugly elf.
Yeah, I mean, we got a couple of older dudes, but Realdan, besides, has almost limitless power. Why would he not make himself look like a hot dude?
Oh, he's got like permanent disguise self on.
I think he just sort of permanently has altered himself using things like the wish spell. Regardless, since he got you here, he sort of looks around and asks you, "Is this the place?"
Close enough.
Strange. Those are.
believe-
Oh, go on.
That palisade right there is one of the circles.
Looks like these were meant to look like
Ugh.
effigies, perhaps a Talona or someone. And he sort of looks over and he sort of does this grand gesture and points his staff, and there's like this huge crack of thunder, and absolutely nothing happens.
Zavril, can you do that?
And he sort of looks over and he was like, "Well, it's just checking."
Okay, that's fine.
And then he sort of thinks for a moment and opens his wizard spellbook and wonders why the music is so fucking loud.
Yeah, it is that, isn't it? Holy shit.
Bear with.
Can you do something about
cast
that,
Translate?
Headmaster?
Yes, I can. Did you not just hear that?
The last time we
It's
heard
not quiet
Mysteria
enough.
singing, it did not end out well.
There's no one singing, is there? There shouldn't be anyone singing. You're hearing singing?
No.
Okay, right. I'm just checking. Like, you guys are indeed hearing the same thing that I am. And he sort of said, "One moment, I will just step away from you. Perhaps." And then he just picks 3 of you at random. Zavril, Obi, and Callum. He will take you.
Didn't
with
feel
him.
random.
Magic.
Yeah.
Wow.
He will take you into the ethereal plane with him.
Cool.
And he sort
Did
of
you just
floats.
cast Blink?
He casts etherealness. And he sort of takes you guys into the ethereal realm briefly. And you do see, indeed, some glowing magical portals.
Oh, wow.
Whoa.
Whoa, those are circles. More circles.
Yeah, there is technically another one over to the right, but it's there's like one up here and one over there. No, those are just some rocks. They're all hidden in these effigies. And knowing this, he will pull the rest of you out, and he will sort of slam his stuff and reveal yourself. And some of you will see a little glistening of these, but it is only those of you who are passing the ethereal realm who have seen it in full. And he looks to Sullivan and Glacius specifically, and to Callum, sort of gesturing to Sid. I don't suppose some of you more strong people.
On it.
Yeah, strong
I'm
people.
gonna start smashing.
Yeah, can you take down the effigy for him?
Smash. Boom.
Yeah. I don't know why he couldn't be bothered to use magic to do that. But yeah, he lets you sort of disrupt it and put
Too
it
good.
down. And
Too
you will
good
see
for that.
indeed that one of these huge wooden plates, as we described them. They stand about 9 foot across.
Wow,
Maybe a
Obi.
bit more
Damn,
than that,
Obi,
actually.
that's pretty good.
Wow.
15 foot across. You roll a strength check. Oh, look at you go. You punch him down. He's been learning. He's been tussling with sheep's
Good
bane.
job.
Yes,
Damn.
Solomon, go sit down.
yes, but as
Damn,
you all,
Asher's punching better than you.
as you all group around...
Sullivan's not really into the whole destroying things.
No, Sullivan's just
Sorry,
carefully
not in
picking up like a piece of wood at a time and putting it down on the side, like I don't want to break anything. Meanwhile, Glaze is just sort of like the whole.
I summon my claws and I just start going. To
Yeah,
town
you
on
you
the
channel
plate.
your inner demon. Regardless, you are able to
Start
see
breathing
this
fire.
large wooden plate. And upon this wooden plate are these strange inscriptions, and the magic is indeed turning, like you should be able to see if you have animations on.
Oh,
I don't.
Yeah, so some of you might not see it moving because you don't have it on, but they are moving. Trust me, believe me. Take it from me.
Whoa. Whoa, it's magic.
Yes, and he sort of looks over, and dispelling this would require quite a lot of energy and effort on my part.
So just punch him instead. Got it.
Did you say that... Please don't punch them. Did you say that the Fae gave you something?
Oh, yeah, that's salt.
Yes, dispelling. So dispelling Fey magic would require a huge amount of effort on his part, and he can only do one, and then he'd have to take a long rest.
Yeah, I'll take the salt shaker out.
Okay. That'll do it. Just pour some of it on around. I don't think it will harm you.
I'll eat some of it just to test that theory. No.
He sort of raised an eyebrow. I don't think it'll harm you when you put it on the plate. Please, give it a go.
Yeah. James, I've been sitting here saying I'm shaking.
Oh, you are genuinely just pouring it straight on, right? Okay, cool. So as you pour it
they
on,
didn't say like, oh, you have to draw the morning sun on it. They just said, here, just put this on it.
Yep. So as you pour it on, it starts to sizzle and steam and smoke. And it is in fact like incendiary flame coming up. It smells of sulfur. The acrid smell sort of hits the back of your throat. It is hot as you sort of try to keep going, but you do see the circle slowly begin to change.
Into a demon.
You see the circle slowly begin to change as the words stop still. And they begin to look like that instead. And now I can't get rid of the other one. There we go. And you leave them sort of inanimmately on the page. And then you may go round and do that to each one of them.
Was it eraser?
As you do this, there's a sort of hesitation and a moment and a tremor in the air. And then sort of popping out from the tree behind you, sort of actually stepping out from inside the tree, is a young female dryad.
Oh shoot, we found one of them.
She's covered in leaves, and if she hadn't have like taken a few steps forward, she would have disguised perfectly with the trees. And she sort of very shyly approaches. Excuse me. Hi.
Hello.
Hello.
Are you?
Olo.
Did that portal? Does that go back to my home?
There's a portal?
I'm lost.
Well, we're actually trying to help you get back there.
I thought you might be. You've been to see her, haven't you?
We have. That's why we're dispelling these effigies, because that way she will be able to take you back home.
That's wonderful. I'll wait. It's a pleasure to meet you.
And what's your name?
I knew you were going to do that to me.
Of course. That's just polite.
See, I have so much respect for James that he has so many names on file. All of the characters are just named after like video game characters I know.
I'm pretty sure he's googling it right now.
I have a list. I do have a list here of dryad names, but I did not have the document open at the time. A long time ago, I just went into Fantasy Name Generator and copied every name I liked for each race and then labeled them under different Microsoft Word documents.
Oh, that's smart. That's smart.
I'm not exactly the experience, but she is
Don't
Melia.
reveal your story.
Yeah, never tell the secrets. You think that I'm looking these up as in like every character I've already predetermined their names? No, her name is Melia, and
Guess I think too highly of you.
Melia, nice to make your acquaintance. My name's Sullivan, and this is, and I'll go through everyone's.
The Shadowhunters.
So kind.
Yeah. Let's say Shadowhunters for brevity.
She sort of hesitates for a moment with so many names. How will I pay so many debts?
Oh, you fucking idiot!
Oh.
Yeah, why are you giving my name away, Sullivan?
You fucking
Too late.
I kill Sullivan.
I kill Sullivan.
Gee,
Yeah,
Lines.
I'll help.
Line like
I'll
that.
sacrifice him to my demon guy.
I guess Darth isn't the only evil one.
I'm in the Furion Guard now.
Yeah,
She
Glacius
sort of-
isn't even.
She sort of holds her hands up and no, it's okay. I know some of my kind can be a little tricky, but I'm more simple. Here.
Well,
and
you don't have
she
to
sort of
give us
waves her hand.
anything.
Well, she's giving you something, so get over it. She waves her hand, and a single brown, like autumn leaf, flutters down to land in the hands of each of you. Realdan, I'm assuming you did not give Realdan's name, and if you did, he would have cut you off very quickly. This is no, it isn't. Yeah, so
No, I didn't.
No, I
That's
didn't.
Raucous Sunderdown right over there.
He looks to each of the flowers and, princely gift. Perhaps I could
Cute.
give you something in return. And he looks to her and, I can't facilitate a... God, why does the music keep stopping? I can't facilitate a full portal like this, but one wanderer I could help on their way home, if you would like.
Wait, but wouldn't that mean that she owes him then, since she didn't get his name?
Correct.
Which would mean...
She
tricky.
He's a little sneaky guy.
It's okay, I'll wait. If everybody's going back, I don't want to disrupt the order of things. I'm sure the Queen has a plan.
Can I ask what this is? This leaf just
It's just a leaf, dude.
a good faith gesture? Does it have any magical properties?
Oh, it's quite normal for my realm, but it might be different in yours. I don't know.
Well,
hope that
thank
would
you
give
all
you
the
peace.
same.
That's
Well,
okay.
thank you.
I'm gonna go back to the tree.
Yeah, if you want to go blend in again.
Well, my soul tree is a long way away, and I feel a little lost. And the trees here are quite ancient. They comfort me.
Well,
Look at
hopefully
peace.
hopefully we'll be able to send you back very, very shortly.
Thank you, Sullivan.
On your way, if you see any of your fellow Fae, let them know, you know.
She
we're
points to
trying
the
send
tree and it's
everyone
like
back.
20 feet away, and she's like, I'm just going there.
Oh, I thought you said it was far away.
No, she literally came
she's
out
far
of
away
this
from
tree
home.
here. So
Okay.
her soul tree is on her own plane. This tree is giving her comfort, yeah. So if she sees anyone in that 40 feet, she'll let them know.
If you see any of your fellow Fae at any point, let them know. We're trying to send you all
Does
back.
that mean she saw us fight the bandits?
You don't know.
Probably.
She didn't say.
We don't know how long the portal has been open for, but we can... And how long they've been kidnapped.
Realdan
The
looks
people.
to Sullivan. You shouldn't give your name to a Fae, by the way. They can extract promises and gifts from you.
Yeah, Sullivan.
Well, as long as I don't make promises and don't accept gifts, then I
That's
should
not
be
how that
fine.
works.
Then how does it work?
Well, giving anything to them is how, at least from my understanding of what Fox has told us, giving anything at all to them.
Didn't you
is
accept the
considered
gift from the squirrel?
Yeah, I did.
He looks to
As I
Gracious
thought.
and he says, for somebody with a simple mind, you've grasped it quite well.
See, the smart one says that I'm right.
Realdan looks over and if the Fae feel that they owe you a debt, or they owe you a gift, or they have your name, they have some power over you and can compel you to acts that you might not wish to do.
They'll speak your true name and banish you back to wherever you're from.
Is Sid just mowing the lawn over there?
Oh. I don't think we should necessarily just paint all the Fae with one broad stroke.
Well, Sullivan, it's more of a case of like it's a law for the Fae have to do it, not like they don't. From the sounds of it, it doesn't seem like they have a choice in the matter.
Oh, they do.
Do people not?
Oh, they okay.
It's just
Yeah.
many of the Fae are tricksters. Not all of them, as Sullivan says, but perhaps you should get to know them a little before giving them your name. Perhaps that is a better way of putting it. Regardless, I believe we have work to do. And he sort of begins to guide you to the next portal, and the next portal, and the next portal. Is that Sid mowing the lawn over there, taking down the effigy?
Yes.
Fantastic. Yeah, you are able to rip it
All right,
up.
I'm gonna use Sullivan to break the plate.
Okay. At this
I'm
point, you
gonna
hadn't
keep
broken
an,
the previous plate. You only rendered it inert.
Is it like carved into like the tree?
No,
What's
so
left of it?
It's what it is like a sort of 4 or 5 inch thick, wide circular piece of wood, like a plate, and it's carved and painted into that, and that piece of wood has been placed here.
And we can't like break the.
Could if you tried to, but if you go to Realdan, will sort of. I would like to study the magic that is being
Okay,
carved onto
alright.
that, so we can perhaps understand the Shadowhunters a little better.
All right, I was just. Because I was gonna say, if we just leave these here, couldn't they just like
No,
do
we'll be
some
bringing
magic
them with us,
and
don't worry.
reactivate it? Okay.
And he looks
Just
to
making sure.
Astrid. Did you have something you wish to say?
I was just going to say that I'm going to keep an eye out, considering the last time we were around these, there was assassins.
So I
just want you-
Assassin.
yeah, perhaps. And then he sort of gestures, and this stunning, sort of bright, fiery bird, sort of 10 or 12 foot wingspan, sort of screams down out of the sky and then begins to circle above. And he gestures upwards, and perhaps my familiar can keep watch as well. And that phoenix will start to sort of fly around the area.
Zavril, that's way cooler than yours.
Okay, I'm glad I'm not the only one thinking that. Zavril,
Did you
why is
shout
yours, like,
that to
better than
Zavril?
you?
Did you shout that to Zavril? He's
Why
he's
is
Yeah.
yours better than you?
Hey Zavril, your familiar shit!
Wow, that's incredibly rude.
We love you, Zavril, but still.
No, I ran over to Zavril to tell him personally.
We run up, whisper it, run back.
He turns back and you must earn the trust of a phoenix. They are not natural familiars. You can't summon them. You must bond with them in time.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. Olak and I, we go back a ways.
Is that why you're so old?
What a beautiful creature.
I'm an elf.
Nah, fair. That's also a perfectly valid explanation.
I didn't realize I needed to explain that to you.
I wonder
your
if
mind
Callum
is
is
simpler
talking
than I
about the
previously
phoenix
thought.
or the man.
What is it?
No,
that the phoenix is
no.
old?
Callum's married.
Sorry, I must have missed something. What has Callum said that I've missed?
Oh, I said, what a beautiful creature.
Oh, right, yeah. Yes, no, it is a beautiful creature, and he will acknowledge that, and he will tell you that he's currently in his prime. He might look a little ashy in the next few years, but for now he's doing quite well.
Cool.
Counter to Harry Potter lore. Apparently in D&D, phoenixes go to ash once every 10 to 15 years.
Damn.
Yeah,
Oh,
it's
that's
always
cute.
every year. Yeah. Anyway. Cool.
Eat shit,
And,
Harry Potter.
Yeah.
Period.
You guys are able to go around and render each of these inert, and then he will very annoyingly ask you to carry each one of these and stack them
The
up on top of
plates?
each other. Yes. He
Oh
wants you
my
to stack them on
God.
top of each other. And they're sort of 15 foot across, and they're 5 foot thick of oaken wood.
Yeah, it's kind of awkward.
And then he realizes
that
he's just
bad.
being really annoying. And he will summon a huge blue hand to help with them.
Why don't you summon a floating disc?
Is it Tasha's?
Because a floating disc can't teleport with us. I'll need to
Oh.
send these into an extra dimensional pocket and then open it back up.
Open big bag of holding.
Yeah.
Something like that, yes.
Pocket dimension.
Your mind seems
Bigger
to
bag.
flitter between being incredibly simple and somewhat advanced. Unusual for a mercenary.
Well, I'm not a mercenary, so that probably explains it.
He looks up and down at your armor and then what do you call yourself?
Oh, Oh, Iglesias needs to think about this. I was a soldier in the Dawn Guard on the front lines, and then I joined the group, and then I also joined the Fury Guard.
Oh, you joined the group and then you joined the Fury Guard.
Yeah.
It sounds to me like you're selling yourself to the highest bidder, just not gold. That's a mercenary, is it not?
I mean, I don't think of it like that, but yeah, I guess. When you put it in terms like that.
Well, as long as you fight for the right side. Then he sort of gives a little awkward smile. He's like, anyway, shall we be off?
Yeah.
And these plates, once they're stacked up on top of each other, he'll have them sort of randomly start to sink and until each one disappears as it gets to the ground. They're slowly going down until there are none left. And he makes another gesture with his hand and says, did you want to go back to the Magus Arcane in Carthan, or can I take you somewhere else?
I mean...
Is that all of them? How many more of these things are there?
There were 12 in total.
Jesus.
One for each hour of the clock.
Don't
I
we have
will-
to go to... Where's it called?
I will nudge Callum. Did you not want answers about that older
Oh,
gentleman?
Shit.
I did, but that's why I thought we were going to be out here longer with him.
Well, I mean,
But,
to be fair, that process would have taken a couple of hours, so if you do want
Oh,
to
okay, yeah.
have spoken to him, ask
Well,
him
during that
questions.
time,
Last
Are
match,
you
Shadowville,
okay?
man. No, I'm dying. Don't worry about it.
hacking
Shadowville,
and
man.
dying. During that time, yeah, I would have mentioned we had a meeting with him anyway, and I wanted to ask about, I believe his name was Amon, that fella.
Yes.
Shadow Man.
Who was in the Shadowvale for like 100 years.
Yes, I had him locked down for a couple of weeks, but we do have records of him being part of the Magus Arcane. I don't remember him personally, if I'm honest. He sort of hesitates as if to say, like, maybe he should, but he doesn't. But Navanius has some recollection of him. He doesn't seem too changed. He was always an odd one, a wanderer. There's something
But his
he's
story's
hiding.
legit.
There's something he's hiding, but whatever it is, he
That
hides
he's a
it well.
Shadowvale?
No, I don't think so.
Oh.
He has
That was
too
my
much
first
knowledge
suspicion.
from prior to the war.
Oh. Is
He's
that how
a
you...
really deep undercover Shadowvale.
Well, I mean, he
Could-
seems to have, like, incredible amounts of knowledge of the inside workings of the Magus Arcane from 400, 500 years ago. I don't think that's knowledge that the Shadowvale would have been able to garner. Though I suppose...
I don't know. Shadowvale don't, like, they don't get people's memories when they take them over.
They do.
Wait,
Oh.
so wouldn't
So he could have his memories from pre-war.
wouldn't
If he was
Realdan
taken
know
over.
that?
Yes, but, okay, so, I guess in that situation, he's more saying he doesn't think the Shadowvale could be impersonating this person, because he doesn't think the Shadowvale would have found this person to impersonate. Like, he's pre-war, so... Unless it was like right in the first days and they've been holding him back for the last 150 years as their secret weapon and then sending him over, but he doesn't think it likely.
Okay.
Is there any chance we could meet with him?
I suppose. Yeah, I don't see why not.
Great. Just
Jester
gotta
and it
get
is.
that in writing from the headmaster, and we're
Well,
good.
you didn't hear this from me, but I'm going to be releasing him to the general public fairly soon.
Oh.
So, as and when that happens, I'm sure you'll find him out and about, and you can make his
What did
acquaintance.
he? How did he say that he got back though? Like if he was stuck there for 100 years, what changed that allowed him to get back?
Nothing. He'd just been having to journey very slowly and not really sure where the Shadowvale weren't. So
Whoa.
he had to seek out different places. He's travelled the length and breadth of Listras, from what I've heard.
Oh, wow.
He's
Can't
able to tell us quite a lot about the Shadowvale workings and the Shadowvale lands as well, which is another reason I'm inclined to trust him, although
I was gonna
You
say
never know,
Shadowvale
but-
might not give that up.
one Shadowvale is not going to cause us that much problem anyway. It's not like he's in a position of power. If he turns out to be Shadowvale, he'll be
Yeah.
removed.
Yep. Makes sense.
Hmm.
We just would like to double check that ourselves, you know.
True to the name, Shadowhunters. But yes, I mean, I'm sure he'll be out and about in Carthon in a week or so. In the meantime, is there somewhere particular I can take you, or you can basically go anywhere in Sogravia you want. He'll drop
Are
you
we
there and
done
you
with
can go
this
home.
portal? Should we go back to the Fae?
You
Oh, we
can't go
probably
back to
should.
the Fae.
Do we need to go back?
You can't.
Oh,
Well,
never
we should
mind.
We should at
Yeah,
least
we
try and
closed
find
the
out.
portal, yeah.
Well, can we find out where the people from our realm will pop out from?
Probably where the animals popped out from.
He thinks for a moment, and then he
That
sort
was
of-
my guess.
He unfurls a sort of illusory map in the air and draws a large circle on it, which and he says, well, I would guess that this is sort of the capture area of this portal of this strength. And they'll come out anywhere within this area. All of these
Anywhere
people,
within these woods.
all of these people disappeared from a sort of circular area, this area. They're likely to return to their homes, basically, or wherever they went missing.
That's not a circle.
That's a pentagon.
You draw a circle with straight lines. It
I
takes
guess
ages.
then.
You have
Do we
do
want to
it.
head back to
Sure.
Vanhania, or do we want to go back to Carthon first?
Ooh. Well, if our work's done here.
Well, is our next thought to go
There
to
you go.
Thraxton?
Yes, but we have to retrieve Torgar from the.
That is incorrect stuff. It's just simply.
Did we not? Is he not?
No. The
Okay.
whole point was to get the band back together in Thraxton to convince Torgar to partake.
Oh, okay. I'm getting my lines crossed. This
You are
time
backwards. You're
Around. Yeah, I was
upside
thinking about
down.
last time where we had to go get Torgar to go do that himself.
There was
but
no
if we
last
have to go to
time. It
Thaxton,
didn't happen.
let's-
Nothing has
Well, no, we
happened
talked to
last time.
Torgar, and Torgar
No,
did
nope,
it
it
himself.
never happened.
Didn't-
Never happened.
That never
There is-
happened. It's
there is
wiped from
such
the
previous
earth.
campaign.
It did. That's true.
Yeah.
That's true. That campaign never happened. All right, I guess we have to go with Rexton then. We gotta go get drunk at that one tavern.
I asked you this last week. Does anybody know what this purple dot is?
That
Somebody told
was
me.
where the
Yeah,
Furian
we
Guard
just
was
find out.
going.
Yeah.
yes,
Check out that burning
The
village.
flaming village. Do we need to leave that there?
Yeah.
Mm-mm.
I don't think so.
Great. Okay, because it's.
I think we said we were gonna go meet up with them, and then we like didn't.
I'm sure the fire's up by now.
Yeah, I'd hope so.
Okay. So you want to be teleported to Thraxton?
Well, I want to go find Charlotte.
Okay, so can you send him to go find his girlfriend and send us to go do important things?
Ooh.
You. He sort of looks at you with a sort of gentle smile, and the feywilds work on their own timeline. You could be waiting for this Charlotte for months.
I promised that I would go back for her.
Oops.
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 We can find her when she comes back, Sullivan. We have ways to contact people, ways to meet up.
Dude,
Have
can
several
I-
send us sending every single day until she responds.
Would you like me to ask Haldir to keep an eye out for her? I could pass a message along when she reappears.
I don't like breaking promises.
Well, you shouldn't have made it.
You didn't. We brought her home. Was that your promise?
Yeah.
No, I promised that I would go back for her.
No, going back to the Feywild's not an option, it looks like. So,
He
that
can
was a
send
bad
just
promise.
you back to the Feywild, but I have no idea when you'll be able to leave.
Hear me
Well,
out.
I could leave with the rest of them.
Nope. It's a one-to-one trade, remember?
Hear me
Well,
out. We
Hold on,
find that
this
weird juice
level
again.
20 headmaster can't...
He can open a
Like-
portal into the Feywilds, but he's not coming with you to bring you back.
Right, that's
Mhm.
fine. So I'll just come back when the others come back.
That's what you're missing.
But-
When they come back, it's a one-to-one trade. So one Fey for one person who's trapped. One Fey for one person who's trapped.
You'll either be trapped there yourself or you'll trap somebody else in there instead.
What she said.
I don't like this.
You made a bad
Noted.
promise.
It's okay. Sometimes you make a bad promise.
Hmm.
You done goofed.
You played yourself.
You done good.
Would
The
you like me to
important thing
let
is
you know when she
that-
returns?
Yes, please.
Do you mind if I... This sounds intrusive when I say it out loud. Can I look into your thoughts to get a proper image of her?
Yeah.
Pastor Haldir.
Leave his
And he
girlfriend
will
alone.
cast detect
If-
thoughts.
As he does, it's like it's a picture of her, but like obviously like
Slightly distorted, like all the blemishes have
yeah.
been airbrushed.
yeah, she's got like flowers in her hair. She's
The sun is shining only on her.
yeah, exactly. It's like perfect lighting.
She's floating
all
on
of that.
moonbeams.
Dude,
Yeah,
Sullivan
exactly.
fell hard, bro.
He
I
sort
know,
of,
literally.
he sort of looks and he's like, I see. I'll
Fell so
I'll
hard
have
he fell.
Haldir check, and I will let you know as soon as well, he will let you know as soon as she arrives back.
We never get anything back because of the distorted image that Sullivan created in his
No, it's
mind.
still
They're like,
definitely her.
they never saw anyone of this description. Sorry.
No, she still looks like her. It's just the backdrop that's sort of unrealistic.
Idealized. All right.
So, Thraxton,
Good work
Thraxton.
today, everyone.
Yeah.
it is considered
Well, we're
bad
not done
manners
yet.
for me to teleport directly into Thraxton, but I can drop you on the road outside. I haven't had a drink at the Drunken Dwarf in a long time. Is it Drunken Dwarf, Drunken Dragon? Drunken Dwarf.
It's
Oh, sorry,
something
Drunken
Whatever
Dwarf.
it is,
Suspicious.
I wouldn't drink there if I were you.
What is it?
very
Is
Ah,
it
it's
like
okay.
the
I'm
last
quite
drink?
aware of the effects. No, the last flagon's in Van Harnia. The Drunken Dwarf
That makes
is
such
the-
a better name, though. It's the last beer you'll ever have when you go there.
No, it isn't. The whole point is you keep drinking there, which means you'll have many, many, many of them.
The endless drink.
Don't worry, I've drank at the Drunken Dwarf before. I'm aware of the effects. They can be
Good,
quite pleasant
good,
if you can
good.
learn to ignore them. So is that where you'd like to go?
Yeah.
Please.
Excellent.
Why not?
And he sort of whispers to his extra-dimensional package, sending it back to the to Carthon, and then he turns around to you.
1 day delivery
Um,
or same day delivery.
Same day delivery, definitely. Well, it's been a pleasure working together.
Likewise.
Same Z's.
And he will drop you outside Thraxton.
That is convenient. Zavra, when are you going to learn to do that?
God, Zafra, why can't you be more like him?
Give me a few months and I'll be able to do that for sure.
That is not where I meant to take us.
All right. Wow, we're here.
I was going for the concept art, and I've missed. And
We can go right here.
Oh,
It's not a
there
problem.
we go. That's what I was looking for.
Ooh.
We're going for the concept art, the outside, the front of Thraxton, right?
Oh,
This is
Yes.
cool.
So, yes, I'm going in for a drink.
Okay.
Have fun, James.
thank you for the assist.
Good luck.
All right. So
Now
what
what are we doing
say?
here?
So, just a reminder
have-
for you. Thraxton is underground, most of it, right? There is a small provincial town at the top that involves an embassy outside for the dwarves to... You alright, Josh? Sorry, I thought
Oh
said
yeah,
something.
you said it's a provincial town, so I said it's a quiet village.
Oh, okay. Sorry,
Of course, you should have known.
I thought you replied, but with your mic muted. I didn't realize you were just singing along.
No, that's every time you say provincial town.
Oh, is it? Okay, right. Cool.
Yeah, my mind immediately went, "Good morning, Belle."
Okay, so there's a somewhat backwards village at the top of the main entrance, where there is an embassy for people visiting who want to get into Thraxton proper. The tavern, which no one ever really leaves, and a couple of blacksmith shops and a gate with a guard. The gate guard lets you in without question because you're traveling with Realdan, but after you're in, you may go where you wish. The embassy, the blacksmiths, the bar, or just the gate of the main door to Thraxton,
I
which
feel like we
obviously
should
is
go to the
closed to
embassy.
non-dwarfs. Want to go to the embassy?
I feel like that's probably the smartest idea.
Okay.
As we're walking, I'm going to position myself next to Sullivan. You know, she's going to be okay. The important thing is that you facilitated it. I don't think she'll be mad at you for not returning to the Feywild.
A knight is only as good as his word, and if my word is broken, then I have nothing.
Oathbreaker time.
It's a lesson learned to know all the facts before making a promise.
Well, hindsight's 50-50.
Not
I don't think
not the
It's
saying
not,
at all.
not how the saying goes, buddy. We're all immediately just hop on him, just like, that's not how it goes, you idiot.
That's what you have if you have dark vision.
Dark Vision's 50-50.
No, I understand, and thank you, but it doesn't make it any easier.
Well, you can go drink your problems away if you really feel like that. Actually, don't. We don't want to have to pull you out.
Yeah, he's gonna be there forever.
I don't have an impulse control issue as I look Darth Demon armor up and down.
Also, I haven't drank like once this entire campaign, so Glacier's just like, what are you talking about? I have no impulse control problems.
That might be true. So, who are we looking for here?
Somebody, I imagine.
You were given a couple of names. Does anyone have a
Thraxton.
Because
I'm looking for Thraxton. Thraxton?
no,
lives in
I will
Thraxton?
have to find them otherwise.
Wait, who told us to do this in the first
The
place? Was that the
Sisterhood.
Sisterhood? Yeah. Nope, I got nothing.
No.
It's the Sisterhood? Oh, got nothing.
I kind of organize things by faction.
Yeah, but you've written Inspire Torgar to get his shit together. Cool, that is...
Yeah.
that is...
Yeah.
Okay, cool. That is absolutely
Basically, we're
fine.
looking for men who served with
Yes,
Torgar.
yes.
Yeah, we're looking
That
for
is
his
correct.
buddies.
And I do have those, so let me pull those up. His right-hand man is... Come on, there we go. There we go. Thurvak.
Ooh.
But he's known better as simply as Thunderfist.
Any relation to Thunder Dick?
No, not at all. Not at all. He's not a Sun Meadow.
Did not miss a beat with that one.
Yes.
Okay, we're looking for Thunderfist. That shouldn't be
yeah,
hard to find.
Let me just sorry, pop that in because you're gonna ask me for that in a second. But yeah, you're really, as Laura said, you're just looking for anyone who served with Torgar. So as you enter this embassy, it's a bit shit, to be honest. There's like a sort of wooden table that's a little low. And there's two dwarves with huge tankards just sat there. Like, one's got his feet on the table, the other one's sat to the side and sort of looking up at the ceiling. They seem to just be having a conversation and a drink, and there's like, it's like just an empty room otherwise. There's like nothing in here of any sort. They are fairly well armed, but that's about it.
Is there anyone waiting in line, or?
No.
Good.
Excuse us.
Hello, gentlemen.
Hi. Hey there. What
Hey,
can I do for you?
Get in.
we seek entrance to Thraxton proper.
Oh, is that right? And
Mhm.
why is that?
We're looking for. Do we know the name of? Is there a name that we're supposed to say? Or is it just like-
Thurvak Thunderfist?
Thunderfist!
If you wish.
Yeah,
but
that one.
You don't specifically know of anyone.
Okay. We're looking for Thurvak? Thunderfist?
Oh, why? Why are you looking for him?
He used to. We need his help with a task.
We're
Oh,
fighting the Shadow
don't be
Veil.
too
We're
specific.
fighting the Shadow Veil.
I know. I'm trying to figure out the best way to say this without, like
Was
I'm trying
his-
to say this in character, right? And not with the knowledge I know.
What are you looking
It's
for him
just a
for?
Torgar's-
really hard time.
Was Torgar's crew like famous?
Yeah,
Yeah,
they-
that's
yeah.
Okay, well,
The Gutbuster
I
Brigade.
mean,
Yeah. Okay.
oh,
So
the
we're looking.
Gutbusters.
We
That's
need
who we're
the
looking
help-
for.
Yeah, that's what I was basically trying to get to without saying anything. We need the help of the Gutbusters to help us get Torgar back on his feet.
Get Torgar back on his feet.
Yeah.
Has he taken a fall?
Probably. He's
Metaphorically, yes.
drunk. Probably physically.
I had heard
honestly.
he's had a bit of a rough time. He hasn't really got over it all.
Metaphorically and physically.
Probably physically too. He's super drunk.
There's nothing wrong with a drunk dwarf, lass.
No,
Lad.
lass.
Sorry.
I'm older than you,
Lads.
probably.
I doubt
It's
it.
just like, listen here, old. Listen here, you motherfucker.
Listen here, kid. Of course. Listen, we know the dwarves can handle their liquor, but I mean, he's
We need
saying-
his excellent.
You're saying he's not handling his liquor? Well, that's an emergency.
that is.
Yes,
he's wasting
yeah.
away.
He's wasting away.
Where are you from?
All of us?
Well, I don't know.
Vanhania.
Van Hania, very good. Okay, and
Yeah.
you're seeking the Gutbuster Brigade to help aid Torgar, is that right?
Correct.
I meant to give you one of these official things, that's all.
Oh, okay.
And he gets out like a big scroll and he writes in it a bit like a 10-year-old, right? He's like holding it like this. He's just
Aw.
like, and he writes it all
Is it
down.
a crayon? Is he holding it?
No, but he's just sort of like, after he's got it all down, he's like, and what do I call you? I'm not writing all your names down. The Shadow, that's pretty cool.
Thank you. Finally,
is a
some
funny-
He
acknowledgement.
hands you a scroll that says Shadowhunters to see Gutbuster Brigade, why Torgar problems. That's what he
Perfect.
gives you, and he hands it to you, and he's like,
So-
go and get
Succinct.
yourself in the gate.
Thank you.
Oh boy.
Have a good one.
Hallam's visibly excited.
Okay. Yeah, and you'll be able to head on in to Thraxton. Oh, no, I didn't set this page up. I thought I'd set this page up. Bear with 2 seconds,
Ruh-roh.
guys. Just talk amongst yourselves. What are you doing in Thraxton? Tell us of your plans.
Gut
I mean,
buster.
they probably have good like weapons and armor here, right?
One-tracked mind.
There is 2 blacksmiths outside the main city. That you can
Yeah,
go
so
get.
imagine how
We've
good the
shopped
ones
here
are.
already.
I would imagine how good the ones are inside the city. You know?
Yeah, we can find Flint Fireforge and get the best armor and weapons in all the land.
Maybe. Yeah.
Impervious.
Obi needs a drink.
Do you want a drink, Obi?
Obi, how about we get inside and then you get a drink
From the drunken
first?
dwarf? I wouldn't recommend
Yes.
it. Uh-oh.
His party mates are making him not happy and he needs a drink.
Damn.
What's your problem, Obi? Why are you
What's-
sulking?
Yeah, what's wrong?
Are you okay?
Elliot and Glacius fight too much.
Who?
Elliot and Glacius.
Elliot. Okay, I thought he said Obi Iglesias. So, yeah, I was
Fight
just
too
gonna
much. Always never drank before in his life and now is leaning.
Obi, you drove him to drinking!
Oh my god.
Oh, that's so sad.
Oh, Obi, you know that it isn't. We don't fight out of a place of hatred for each other or any disliking. It's more of a when you're with when you're with somebody for so long. It's bad.
Oh my
Sometimes-
goodness! Stop making Sullivan gay.
3
He's
weeks is
not
a
gay.
long time when you're with Glacius.
Yeah, it doesn't take.
When you're in a
long.
relationship, you have to compromise sometimes.
Yeah, exactly. No, it's just, you know, at least Iglesias will say, at least on my part, I don't hate Sullivan in any way, shape, or form.
Ooh.
I understand exactly where he's coming from when he says his things. It's just, we both grew up and did different things in the Dawn Guard, and so I've just seen a lot of my friends on the front lines die, and so that's why I push myself so hard to do whatever is necessary to stop the Shadow Veil. And Sullivan, he has a code he follows, which I respect.
Yeah, and I don't necessarily hate Glacius. I just hate what he stands for.
I hate
I
everything
said
he's
this
about.
really nice thing, and I complimented Sullivan. Sullivan's just like, I don't hate him. I just hate everything he does.
Everything he is, everything he stands
Yeah,
for.
it's more of a battle of ideologies more so than of people. But
Yeah.
that doesn't mean that you should turn to drink, Obi.
Yeah, trust me. I've seen many a strong warriors just go just completely fall to the drink, like Torgar.
Yeah.
Relating this all back to the main story.
Don't become like Torgar. You could
Yeah.
drink in moderation, Obi.
How about we don't drink at all?
Wait,
alright?
how old are you again?
He's 4.
Maybe not drinking yet.
Pull out the drinking age. It's like for kobolds, it's just like
I was about to
definitely
buy
not
Obi a
4.
drink. But if the whole
That's
if no
illegal.
one else
You can't buy a minor a drink. That's illegal.
He's killed people.
Actually, most
Come
dwarves are
on.
minors.
Oh my god. Boo.
Mm,
All right, but as the only adults in the room, apparently we're not gonna let.
Do you want a drink
buy
because you want to go
Obi
into Thraxton? James has remembered to make the page now.
Alright, let's go in. And
Let's
I'll get
go
Obi a
in.
drink when everyone's not looking.
Oh, you're going into Drunken Dwarf briefly? Okay.
No.
No. Oh, you're just going to buy
I was
something
looking
from
for a
random
bar
person.
inside.
Okay, yeah, you're going to be looking a while. As you enter into, as you get to the gate of Thraxton,
Whoa, it's Orzammar.
you are stopped by a man. Is it? I don't know.
Oh,
Sure looks like it.
You are stopped by a man.
a dude? Damn.
Yeah, you have
Why
met
is he
him
guarding the gate?
before.
Oh, okay.
I think.
Is this the guy we saved from the drunken dwarf?
Nope. This is a guard you met here before. He's a Goliath. I will pull his name out my backside in a second.
Wow.
Knight Incumbent Mikkel. He's a Goliath Dawn Guard. You had a paper bird to send to him about Farron. Farron?
Yes, I recall.
And he's standing
yeah.
outside and he's like, oh, hey there. That's good to
Well,
see you.
howdy do.
You seem to be doing well. You're going into Thraxton proper now. You're going up in the world.
Well, we're technically going down, aren't we?
If you've got any sense, you won't come back.
Like, live here?
Oh, yeah. You can
Don't
forget the
tell
rest
me
of the world
twice.
exists in Draxton. It's a good place. If you like dwarves.
Oh, you mean come
Boy,
back
do
out
I.
here? Okay.
Yeah. He's basically saying that in Draxton you can sort of pretend there's no Shadowvale, there's no war, there's no anything. You can just get lost in there. And just...
Yeah, that's irresponsible though. So.
That it is. And
Oh,
yes.
shoot.
Callum deleted all of their notes.
Don't worry about that. Let me just cancel.
Er,
All right, they're back.
Well, enjoy your stay. You're seeking anyone in particular?
the Gutbusters.
Gutbusters.
Oh,
Thunderfist, if you've seen him.
You'll want Bannock. He's in charge of the Thunderfists these days.
The Thunderfist?
The Gutbusters these days. My brain did two things at once. It was confusing.
The Thunderbuster Gutters.
Yeah, the Thunderbuster Gutters, them lot. You'll want Bannock.
What the hell?
You'll find him in a bar somewhere. There are a few of them in there.
Okay, great.
Alright, Callum, I want you to... You have to promise you aren't going to buy Obi a drink if we go into these bars.
I promise. Wink.
I think that's the best we're gonna get out of him, so...
Extremely convincing.
Oh, wink. Wink.
I wink at Obi,
With both
but
eyes.
you guys can all clearly see it.
Is Obi one of those people who doesn't understand the concept of a wink being secret, so he just very open?
Winks with both eyes.
Wings in both eyes.
Always got to wink with both eyes. That's the way.
Alright,
Okay.
let's go.
All right,
Try
let's look for
a bar.
this guy. Yep.
Okay. So as you head in, you can see like the whole of the Citadel down below you. It's
Cool.
it's a stunning view. It sort of
Wow.
leads you all the way downwards. There's sort of winding long rock paths leading down. You can hear even from here the echo of hammer upon rock and pick upon ore. Exactly. And as you sort of head in, it's very intimidating. Everything is huge down here and old. You see a younger group of well, that's weird. Everything's old, and then I tell you immediately there's a younger group. There's a younger group of dwarves who seem to be sort of scurrying about, having some fun, and they are hanging from big ropes, and they're sort of halfway down the wall from where you are, and they're scurrying along the rock, swinging from these ropes, sort of bumping
wow.
into each other. And there is an old dwarf that's sort of very slowly making his way up the path towards you, looking like he's heading out of the Citadel proper. Head on in.
Alright, where is a bar? Just gonna go visit them all until we find the guy.
Did you ask someone that, or are you just sort of walking in, going, "Where is the bar?"
I mean,
Yes, that's this old guy.
Yeah.
Okay. The guy sort of stops and looks at you and... You're not dwarves. What are you doing here?
Unfortunately, no.
I'm gonna respond in Dwarvish and say we're looking for that guy.
Wow, Obi. Do you really speak Dwarvish?
Well, that's a trick you've got
Sure
there,
do.
That's awesome.
I
He
see
said that's a nice trick you've got there.
No.
You can speak another language.
You can't fool this dwarf. You're not a dwarf. You're not got a beard. Anyway, what are you looking
I'm
for?
gonna slap some hair on his face.
What are you looking for?
Told you what we're looking for.
Did you? I missed it.
Yeah. That guy's name,
For a man.
the player doesn't remember the name, but Obi knows the name.
A bar, specifically one holding Brannock or the
You're looking for a bar?
other
with Bannock in it?
Gutbusters.
Yeah.
Brannock or the Gutbusters.
Oh, aye, Bannock can drink in every tavern there is.
Oh, jeez.
You might just want to start at the top and work your way down if you're looking for Bannock. Ask around,
Okay.
everyone knows him. It's a pretty hard guy to miss. My favourite is your mother's mead. It's just down the hallway on the left. Take 2 lefts of right, head down the long tunnel, follow the staircase down, turn back on yourself and head up the ladder. Your mother's mead's at the top there. Nice warm place. The
So
bartender
down the
there's
hallway-
a beautiful lass.
I'll be
take a
furiously
left.
taking notes of those instructions to make sure I got
Take a
all of
left
them.
or right, 2 lefts, head down the long hallway, go down the spiral staircase, turn back on yourself, up the ladder, and it's just there.
That was the
So you
closest
go
one, huh?
left.
Yes.
Okay. Thank you, sir.
No problem. What's the weather like out there today?
I don't know. What is...
Nice.
I'm
Is it?
assuming
Good.
it's good.
I've not come all the way up here to get pissed on.
Hurricane's actually outside.
Very good. I've got to go and collect me herbs, you know. Right, have a good one.
Thank you.
Godspeed, brother.
He sort of waggles his stick at you, and you can
We
head on
follow the
inwards.
directions.
Okay.
That Zavro copied.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm going to tap my earring and project a bit of the map that we've explored so far, and just make sure it's working.
Sick. It is working beautifully.
Whoa, pull
we've
out
got
the
this sort of-
mini-map.
It's like it's beautifully 3D, and you're just getting this huge crevasse in front of you, and then sort of like your little path going down, and then as you sort of mentally filter in, the sort of take a left, take a right, take two lefts, go down the long corridor, spiral staircase, turn back on yourself up the ladder, Mother's Mead. You're able to follow your way down there, and indeed you come up into a sort of little quiet bar. There's a couple of dwarves sat. One is slumped face down on the table. One is sat in the corner and seems to be restringing a lute. And there's a woman behind the bar who is not a dwarf. She is sort of 6'3", 6'4", really wide, and she's got a slight greenish grey pull to her skin. As she looks over at you, she's like, "Can I help you?"
Wow.
Or that guy. What's his name?
We're looking for Bannock and the Gutbusters.
Yeah,
Have
that-
you seen
that-
them?
Oh, I don't know where the Bannock is today, but one of the Gutbusters
no.
is just there. And she gestures
Oh,
towards the guy
perfect.
who is passed out on the table.
I knew you were going to say that.
God. I was hoping it was the guy with the loot.
Were you?
Me too.
Yes, well known for busting guts.
What's the...
And,
Does he have like a
he sort of-
tankard in front of
He
him?
sort of lifts his head up and looks around in the wrong direction. Like, did someone say Gutbusters? Gutbusters, I'm ready to bust guts! Who's up and what's wanting?
Over here.
Oh, hi! Yo, hello! Can I get an ale? And,
Yeah,
Sure.
I guess.
great. And the bun sort of holds an ale out to you and puts her hand out expectantly for a copper piece.
I'll put a copper piece in her hand.
And she, if you take the tankard over, and go, oh, aye, what's happening?
We're looking for Brannock. And you, but
Brannock,
look at this guy.
more specifically.
I was drinking with him on 12 days ago, I think.
It looks like it would hurt to give him a hug.
Wow.
He's not wearing his armor right now, but yes, this is Comrades. About 12 days ago.
Spiky.
All the Gutbusters wear armor like that.
Oh, they're all spiky.
Yeah,
I'm
battle
so
rages,
jealous.
yeah.
Oh, I love it. I love it.
Yeah, so we were drinking together
So
about
cute.
12 days ago. We had a bet. How many bricks we could get through.
Bricks?
Aye, we built a brick wall.
Of
One brick
cocaine?
deep. One brick deep,
Okay.
two
Oh.
bricks deep, three bricks.
What?
Three dicks deep.
3 dicks deep. Damn.
You try saying it
Wow.
fast, it's hard.
1 brick
Yeah.
deep, 2 brick deep, 3 brick deep, 4 dick brick.
Right, there you go.
damn, I
You
did
did it. You did it.
Yeah, okay, anyway.
At least I made
3
it to
bricks
4.
deep, 4 bricks deep. And we
Yeah.
charge at it and we see whether we can break through, you know? But he's got a hard head as Bannock and I passed out.
Oh, I see.
Alright, well, so I'm assuming you don't know
Last
where
I
he is then?
saw him, he was drinking in the Devil's Cup.
Perfect.
Yeah, so you need to head back down the
Several
long
right
corridor,
down.
take the spiral staircase back up, and then you head down the long stairs. And shall I come with you?
Yeah, you're coming
Yeah,
with us.
great.
Yeah,
We're getting the
Hold
we're
on a
getting the
second,
band
let me
back
just
together.
finish this.
Ba-da-da.
Well, if we're getting the band back together, we'll need that guy. Yo, that guy! And he waves at the guy in the lute. I don't know you, but
Yes.
you're coming with us. Play us a tune.
Yes.
And he sort of looks back, and the guy's like, play me a tune. His lute's currently got 2 strings. He sort of awkwardly plucks one, then the other, then one, then the other, and he's like, are you paying? And Comrades turns around and I'm paying an ale. The lutist sort of spryly gets to his feet and begins to pluck away as he's awkwardly like playing a tune and then trying to string another string so he can play a couple more notes. Yeah, as he leads you on down, he'll play you a tune, and he leads you to the Devil's Cup. And as he gets to the Devil's Cup, he waves and he's like, "Crag, how's it going?" And Crag is in full armor, and he's got this huge spike on his chest, and it's dripping in blood.
Oh my god, these
and
He
he
guys
has
is-
a
are
peg
awesome.
leg. He has a peg leg.
Yes, he does. And he is standing over a
He
decapitated
is
man
a
on the floor.
spike.
And he turns around and he's like, hold on a minute! He's waving his claw around in the air and he's like, had a bit of trouble over here. The man on the floor is not a dwarf, but is in fact a human. And he says, I've slain the Shadow Veil! Except...
Is he Shadowvale?
he doesn't seem to be Shadow Veil.
Uh-oh.
He'll turn back to Shadowvale any minute.
The
now.
bartender
Any
leans
minute
over and
now.
you'll pay expenses for the table. You will notice that this man is lying on top of a broken table. And he turns back and he's, have we got business, comrades? And comrades is like, aye, we're looking for Bannock. Have you seen him? And Craig turns around like, yeah, I was drinking with him about a week ago.
Oh, God.
I lost a game of dice to him, got a bit angry, may have punched him in the face. He took it a bit wrong and knocked me out.
Damn, you guys suck.
Wait.
I last saw him in the
Jesus.
pouring spout. Shall we go together and find him?
Yeah,
Yes.
let's go on this fetch quest. Get all.
And he's,
Get all the boys. How many of them are there? 12?
how many in the Gutbuster Brigade? There's 50 of
Yeah.
us.
Oh, fuck.
Whoa!
We better
Can
have
I
to go
make
to
it
50.
51?
Ooh,
You're missing a
Obi.
little hair on your chin, lad. And he sort of strokes your bare chin. But you can join in the fun of it. Everyone's a Gutbuster at heart. And he's like, he turns to the bartender and he's like, we'll take 12 tankards of Gutbuster to go.
Ooh,
And
wow.
he hands each of you a tankard of Gutbuster. Does anybody
They have
not
their own drink? Obi, are you drinking? This is
They're
important.
named after the
I'm
drink.
drinking this. I am drinking.
Yeah.
Great. Okay. Gutbuster. It tastes
Glug,
like.
glug, glug.
Have you ever had Jack Daniel's Fireball whiskey?
Fireball.
Absolutely.
Oh my
Yes.
god. I
It's
have.
So it's like spicy
Bad
whiskey.
memories only.
It's
like
that,
I'm in
but
college
it's ale.
again.
It's that, but ale. So it's spiced ale.
Oh.
It's got a punch.
Oh.
It's really potent.
It's spicy water.
So they basically mixed spicy alcohol, spicy whiskey with ale, and they're just slamming it in front of you all. If you take a few mouthfuls, you will have advantage on any con saves in the next 10
nice.
minutes, which is probably not going to help you, but it's cool.
I'm just gonna put the drink back down on the bar.
Yeah.
You
I
also
am
have
too.
resistance to cold, and you'll have disadvantage on all dexterity, strength, and wisdom checks and saves.
Oh my god.
That's fine.
Everyone's just like, yeah, let's drink, and then it's like, oh yeah, you have disadvantage
So it's
on like
advantage
every
on
check.
con save, resistance to cold, and
This
then
is really strong for your first
disadvantage
drink, Obi. Oh my
on,
goodness.
Dex, wisdom. Sorry, I said strength. I meant intelligence. Strength, wisdom, and intelligence checks and saves.
Oh good.
You may roll your strength
This
straight.
This makes us stronger.
It'll put hair on your chest.
Yeah, aye, that it will. That it will, lad. And he's sort of like, anyway, so the pouring spout. And as you go, you do meet a couple of other Gutbusters who get yelled at and sort of, come on, we're going to find Bannock. Somebody else tells you that they saw Bannock 10 days ago. They were playing jumping jacks. And one of them hit their head on a table. And then sort of it carries on like this as you get more and more. You go into the pouring spout and you meet Dulgan. But everybody introduces him as the Dagger. He has this helm with his
Whoa.
very long
Wow.
sword on
Oh
his
my
head.
god.
And as you meet him, he is currently knelt down on the ground, and somebody is trying to toss tankards, empty tankards, to get the handle over his head spike. And as one sort of claps him in the face, he looks up and he's like, Craig, comrades, how's it going? And sort of like, oh, we're looking for Bannock. And they go, oh, Bannock, we were having an arm wrestle the other day. I don't remember what
course.
bar it was in, but it wasn't this one. And by this time,
Doing it anywhere.
the man with the lute finally turns around and he says, I've strung the lute now. Would you like something a bit
jeez.
more lively?
Yes, please.
All right, let me get on that. And he sort of he gets ready to sort of play something a bit more exciting. And as you guys head on downwards, you're now sort of 12 Gutbusters strong. And as you begin to descend into the main area, you proceed into the hall, or the citadel as it's known, of Thraxton. And down here, you've got the mines with sort of more squat houses. You've got different dwarves, sort of effigies, if you like, sort of way bigger than life size. These are sort of 300 foot tall as they stand over you. And you'll note that every time the Gutbusters pass them, they sort of take a moment, nod their head, name the dwarf, and carry on. sort of like giving respect to their ancestors as they go. At one point, they hammer on a random door, and they drag out a guy who is the tallest dwarf you have ever seen, standing at almost 6 foot tall. He is known as the Mountain. He's Aeol's
so cute.
Yeah, he's very fat. He's got a huge ginger beard, and he's really tall. And as he's like, hold on, let me get on my armor. And he straps himself into the... You'll notice he has not got the traditional Battle Rager shoulder pads, as nobody could make ones that fit him. But he's got a spiked shield to make up for it. And he leads you down and onwards as you enter a couple of workmen's taverns. And finally you get to this place called the Fiery Beer. And it is literally, you can see already, it's packed with dwarves, all full of miners, and each beer has sort of got flames on top of it when it's served.
Nice.
Comrade says, we've got to get an ale here. Keep playing the music, man. And this bard is still following along. And he's like, takes a moment, takes a mouthful of ale, and carries on. You're now sort of 25 strong, and you found Thurvak Thunderfist, Torgar's right-hand man.
Goddamn.
And he's currently engaged in a head-to-head, and I literally mean forehead to forehead, both wearing spiky helms, battle with another Battle Rager, as they're both pushing at each other, trying to make the other one fall on the floor. Chairs are getting knocked over, people are throwing coins in a betting game, and eventually Thurvak sort of leans down and then just gives him a massive slug to the stomach, knocking him up in the air and over his head, and he charges past him. It's like, another one to me! Is it morning yet? And then he sort of sways for a moment, and he reaches for a nearby ale, downs it, and he turns around and he's like, hey, you're all together. Have we got work? We haven't had work in months. We can't have work.
Well,
important work.
Oh, but where's Bannock?
That's
And really disappointingly, the Mountain sort of looks at him. We were hoping you could tell us. Thurvak sort of...
Oh, wait, this isn't him. Okay.
I was drinking with him a few days back.
Oh.
Where was it? I was in your mother's mead.
Wait a minute.
No.
We got in a bit of a tussle. I think he went out to the drunken dwarf.
Oh my
You have got to be shitting me. I hate you so much, James.
And he sort of turns around and he's like, oh, well, who are you lot?
Well, we're here to talk to him about...
We're the Shadowhunters.
Yeah,
That's a cool name.
Yeah, said every 5-year-old.
We're the Gutbuster Brigade.
Hell yes.
We need your guys' help with...
Oh, is that so?
Yeah,
with what?
Torgar problem.
Torgar! Is he here?
Mm-hmm.
I missed that lad.
I wish.
Well, we're trying... Well, if you help us, I mean, he can come here.
You want us to get him fighting again? Oh, we can get him fighting again. Just point us in a direction and we'll spike him to death. Where are we going? Who are we killing?
Alright, well, that is...
Who are we killing?
Hold on.
Shadowvale.
Yeah.
I'm in for that. Let me get the last few back together. I believe the twins are currently passed out on my front lawn.
The twins?
You look at him like... You think the twins is the interesting bit? He has a lawn.
I was about to say the lawn under here.
I got a gnome to grow it for me.
Tavern.
No, I got a gnome to grow it for me. Come on, I'll take you to my house. And he leads you to this huge building. I mean, it is big enough to house like 50, and outside is this beautiful grass lawn. And indeed, there are two dwarves face down on it. You will all notice that it is a druidic magic lawn. There are weird flowers and plants and mushrooms growing around it. This place is stunning. And Thurvak gets a little nervous as he sort of gets closer. If you'd like to come in, I can get you an ale before we head out.
I think we're good.
We've hit like 50 bars on the way here, so I think...
Well, at least
we've basically done a bar crawl.
Great, and you're a dwarf already, or something like that. I'll just get one. And he runs in and he comes out holding a tankard and an axe. He's like wielding the axe around in circles, and he sort of turns it. He sort of spins it around in the air, and he turns it so that the flat head comes down, thwack on the back of one of the twins' helmets. And then he does the same process, sort of spins it up and thwack on the back of the other twins' helmet. And both of them like jump to their feet, turn to each other, headbutt each other, and turn to you and like, how's it go? Who are you?
Shadowhunters.
Cool name. Where are we going?
Fucking hate this place.
Oh, this place is awesome.
And as the
Callum
two of them
loves
sort of
these getting-
thunder
Callum
backwards
is so
together, they sort of put arm in arm, and we're hunting shadows. And then they both
Period.
start like doing a circular jig as they try and stab each other's shadows on the
Oh
ground.
my god.
And
See,
That's
look
so
what you've done.
cute.
Thurbeck
so
just turns
cute.
to you and don't mind them. They're quite useful in a battle occasionally.
Aw.
They create chaos. That's certainly.
All right, to the drunken dwarf then.
Aye, we'll head on up. I'd like to stop at a couple of bars on the way. Catch up with you all if you don't mind.
Okay. all right.
Who's this guy? Are we hiring him? And he sort of gestures towards the man playing the lute. And the guy playing the lute sort of takes the lute to the side, and he's like, I'm Greffin. I always wanted to join the Gutbusters, but never had the courage to ask. And the guy turns back and, well, if you loot like that, you'll fit right in. We'll get you some armor on the way out. I'm sure we've got some spare training armor.
my God.
We've got a bard, lads! And the lads sort of all, hey! We've got a bard! And with that, you guys can all head all the way back. You'll stop at the Devil's
I knew it.
Drink, the Pouring Spout, the Grey Man's Gullet. You'll stop at the Silver Tankard, the Bronze Tankard, and the Gold Tankard. You'll pass a half-built bar called the Platinum Tankard, but they've ran out of platinum for the sign, so they haven't opened
Yikes.
yet.
Oh no.
You'll pass the Rusty Axe, the Hefty Axe, the Double-Headed Axe. You'll finally work your way back up to your mother's mead, where you'll each take a small sip of a gentle mead to clear your head, apparently, and head up to the Drunken Dwarf. As you guys arrive at the Drunken Dwarf, there's two ladies who come over from the bar, and they sort of, hey, no, you can't come in.
Why not?
Because last time you took someone away. You're not meant to do that.
Okay, well, we
And,
need to talk to somebody in here. So.
Realdan stands up at the back, and 10 people around him stand up with him immediately. He's like, they're with
Whoa.
me, it's okay.
Period.
Martin is like, is it okay? And at that point, pushing past you, Thunderfist comes in and jumps up on a table. Barak! Where are you? And standing up from underneath 3 female dwarfs is Banak. I'm sorry, the art's a little small. I can't make it any bigger.
Holy shit.
But he's like
I like
covered
his
in
hair.
spikes. He's got a huge mohawk. And he stands up and he's like, it's me brigade. Boys, are we back together? Hold on, I need a drink.
Yes. Oh my god.
He walks
I
up to
hate
the bar and he
Oh.
grabs a tankard and he sort of
Yes.
knocks it down. And who's that? And he points to the bard. And within chorus, the Gutbuster Brigade, we've got a bard! And Banak's like, we've got a bard? We've got a bard! Great. And then he looks at you and he's like, and who are all you? Are you the reason my band's back together?
Yes, we need you to help us get Torgar back on his feet.
Shadowhunters.
Torgar, say no more!
Up.
The
Shut up,
Shadowhunters,
Callum.
cool name. And with that, he will sort of, he will sort of, the whole group will bluster on outwards. The 2 girls who tried to stop you were like, hey, you're taking another one. Stop that.
Nope.
She puts her
Stop
hand on her
taking
head.
important people we need then.
And
We've
she
already
points
out.
she points at Sullivan. It's your fault, paladins. You don't even drink, do you?
Hey,
Wow.
you leave him alone. Only I can bully Sullivan. Alright?
Sullivan, I'll be
Leave
taking
him
that
alone.
name down.
No,
Ooh.
you cannot do that.
As you say this, give me a perception check, anyone and everyone.
Oh, okay.
If you have had Gutbuster, you may roll a disadvantage.
Will do.
Wisdom
You
check.
say that like you may roll a disadvantage.
Thank you for the opportunity.
Why is this not...
Wow, that was a nat 20. And a 19, bro. Callum's so perceptive.
Astron's got 84, even with disadvantage.
That was a 22.
A
Can you
22?
believe?
Nice.
With disadvantage, can you believe?
I don't think Ashram was rolling a disadvantage, was she?
Nope.
No, I was. Callum got
Oh, okay.
22.
Oh, you both
Yeah,
got
who-
22. Yeah, as you look over, you see a satyr standing on a table, entertaining 3 people who seem to be swaying in time.
Well,
That's not
You
our
probably-
problem.
he probably doesn't belong here.
Probably not.
But will they be like automatically teleported back?
You would assume
Probably
so.
be given. Oh,
Ah.
no teleport? Okay.
Ah,
thought they were-
this will solve itself, I'm sure.
Just the two of you, you turn to Ashrin. Have you seen that Seder? I've seen that Seder. Ah, it's a problem that'll solve itself. Should we leave? Cool. And yeah, as the group come out, quickly, Banak sort of... hold on, guys! One moment. And he runs back in, and he comes out with a keg on either shoulder. And,
Oh
brings
my
them out.
word.
He's like, we got the wagon! And it's sort of... He turns to Thurvak, and Thunderfist turns to the mountain and says, have you got the wagon? The mountain turns to Crag, have you got the wagon? And turns to Dulgan, have you got the wagon? The wagon turns to Comrades, have you got the wagon? I've got the wagon! I'll get the wagon. Let me go get the wagon. And he runs back into the Citadel. And Banak sort of turns to you, can't leave without the wagon.
Can't leave without the wagon.
Makes sense.
Oh, I suppose we might as well open one of these kegs. And with that, he sort of grabs one of his spiked elbow and he just goes into the keg, picks the keg up. Who's drinking? I like the way you play, Bard. Do you want a drink? He pours for Obi, he pours for Callum. One of the twins comes out of the blacksmith's nearby, holding a really spiky set of armor that's a bit big. He starts walking over the Bard, trying to strap it on him.
Got that fast.
Go on, Sullivan.
Sorry, did the guy with the keg, like, pop it open and then pour it into people's drinks?
He's pouring it into
Like,
taverns,
into people's
yeah.
cup. Oh, I thought he was, like, pouring it into people's mouths. Like,
That would have been much cooler, but I didn't think about it. But he did break the keg with his elbow. That was kind of cool.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, the whole keg is drank, and then he was well, I suppose we better pike another one. Starts pouring round. A couple of hours pass.
I was going to ask, are you sure you got enough kegs? It doesn't look like that's going to last you more than 5 minutes. But
It lasts
no,
an
you
hour
already
or so
made
per keg, and then he sort of looks at you and... Dulgan, you better get a keg. Get away waiting a while.
Good thinking, Zabra.
Dulgan and the Mountain go in. The Mountain comes out with 4 kegs stacked perfectly on top of one arm. Sort of puts them down. Dulgan is carrying a single tankard and a small bottle. And he walks over to Ashrin and he sort of gets down on one knee and he bows. And he holds up the little bottle of wine. He's like, I got you some elven wine. You didn't look to be drinking the ale.
Thank you.
You're most welcome, my ladyship.
Wow.
I'll take the bottle and just put it in a pocket.
As he's walking away, you just hear, never mind, doesn't drink. He sounds disappointed. The twins come up to Callum, and they poke Sid. Like, how's it work?
How's it work? Well, he's got a very rudimentary sort of basic intelligence, but essentially, I control him when I'm
Intelligence? Ah, that rules us out. So we can't have one of them. It's very cool.
I guess you could if I had enough time, but I'm pretty busy these days. It's pretty backlogged.
Man, has nobody invented more time yet? Can't we make more of it? Everybody's making all these other things. Can't anybody make time?
I feel like the wizards should have figured that out by now.
Shouldn't they?
Yeah.
I believe they have.
Zavril.
I believe they have. It's just incredibly difficult.
Oh, are you a
You
wizard?
only buy it once at a time.
Are you a wizard? You're a wizard.
Yes, I am.
Can you make time for her? For him, sorry, Michaela. Can you make time for him? I want one of them.
That'll be beyond me for now. Far, far beyond me.
So you're not a very good wizard, or it's just is it hard?
Poor Zavril.
There's only a couple of people that can. I think probably only the headmasters.
Oh yeah, he's right in there.
There's a man in there who can make us time.
Ask him to stop time.
And the twins sort of charge in the door, and you just hear the yell, is there a wizard in here who can make time? After a while, they're sort of ushered out, and apparently if we're not paying, we can't have it. Can we ride on his shoulders?
Oh yeah. Wait, can
Cool.
they?
I
Oh,
don't
they're
know,
kind of
can they?
big.
No, they're really not.
Maybe one of you.
They're like 4 foot tall. They're 4 foot tall each. They are covered in armor, but they'll be alright. It'll be alright.
I want to get some spikes on Sid like them though. That looks cool.
Yeah,
That's a
spikes are
long-term
cool. We like
project.
spikes.
Oh, Sid will take out his lizard, who is named Spike.
That's really cool. He's called Spike. He needs armor.
Yeah.
We could make him armored.
Oh my god, that would be so cute.
The armored
I'm
lizard.
putting that on Callum's to-do list.
Alright.
I have a personal to-do list for Callum.
Well, I'm Cobb. And the other one says, and I'm Buck.
Aww.
Nice to meet
Hello.
you. And finally,
You
this
too.
huge contraption starts rolling out of the gates of Thraxton. They called it the wagon. It's got 6 war pigs leading it. And behind that is this sort of spiked contraption. The whole thing is spiked. There's 6 carriages, and each one is spiked. The wheels have huge spikes coming out of it. It's sort of open air, but it has sort of like spiked bits coming out of the top, even though there's no roof on it per se. And the Gutbusters all immediately start like jumping on different bits of it and holding on to different areas. Thunderfist sort of slowly steps to the front, and you see he's had a bit much to drink. And suddenly you see why he's called Thunderfist. As he strikes his 2 fists together and they make this massive clap of thunder. And the war pigs start to trot onwards. And the wagon is moving.
Would you say they were thunderstruck?
They are thunderstruck. Bear with. Maybe that is the appropriate theme tune for maneuvering out.
Oh my goodness.
How ready am I? Am I ready? Let's find out. Am I ready? Yes, I am.
Let's go!
And as the wagon starts rolling out the gate, Thurvac sort of turns to you and, so where are we going?
Van Hania.
Oh! He sort of claps his fists twice, and the wagon slowly turns around 180 degrees to face the opposite direction and heads down the road. And
He's speaking in Morse code.
Banach sort of looks at you and, so we're going to get Torgar, but why? I mean, I'm all for getting Torgar. He's a great friend. And he needs some help.
Well, we need your help dealing with, I don't even know how to... Yeah,
bandits led by Raucous Sunderdown, who are in cahoots with
I
Shadow
hate
Band.
bandits.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of them.
I was thinking the best way to describe it, I was going to call him the Bandit King.
Yeah, they might get excited
where would
about
we
that.
find these people?
The Bandit King?
The coast near fucking... God,
Car,
I need a map. I need the map.
We don't do boats. Do you need us to do boats? We don't do boats. We're dwarves.
No.
They're
no,
living in caves.
we need
Caves?
to cave.
Oh, we do caves.
Yeah, we figured you'd like that.
Yeah, you can scale down.
But also, I've heard tales of how legendary the Gutbusters are, and I figured, you've been asleep for too long.
Ooh.
Aye, our last job was over 2 months ago. And that was shit.
Oh my goodness.
We had to escort someone. There was no one to fight. Well, we had a
That's
fight with a
boring.
bear, but that's besides the point.
Tell me about
Oh, and we lost Lop. But that was because we fought each other.
Did you wrestle the bear?
No, I gave him a good cuddle and he died.
Oh.
I can show you if you like.
He pulls out the bear.
No, he was offering to give you a cuddle.
Fuck no. You think I'm that
He's
stupid?
so pointy.
He is pointy. And as the
a few
wagon
sober
starts
people here.
rumbling down the road, I think that is a good moment to take a short break. Hello, and welcome back to episode 20 of Sogravia, the last Bastion. We were traveling on a wagon, making our way across the roads from Thraxton to... We're actually making our way down south. Imagine that. But nobody is walking, because you're all riding the wagon, as they so call it, the Gutbuster wagon. And as you wander onwards, the mid-afternoon passes into late afternoon. It's approximately 5 p.m. when you approach a bridge.
Oh no.
As you approach the bridge, a huge 4-armed gorilla stands up over the bridge and looks at you. There's a little voice that comes out. Stop. You must pay the toll.
Oh,
You don't remember us. We've been through this already.
That's my friend.
Felix, you old
Okay.
so-and-so. We don't have time for this.
Oh, friends! He sort of runs through the back of the gorilla And the whole Gutbust Brigade like, whoa. And he runs through and he's like, yeah, no toll for you. How's it going? How are you doing?
Wait, this is what it looks like?
Doing good.
Yeah, this is Felix Fizzbanger.
We got a lot going
Oh
on.
shit.
Yeah.
Been a while.
It's not as existed
Yeah, it
since the first time.
How you been? Felix?
I'm good. I haven't stopped any Dawn Gods.
Okay.
Remember he promised not to stop the Dawn
Respect.
Gods?
Yeah.
Respect.
Yeah. He didn't want to hold up the war. I did stop some funny-looking guys, though. Thought maybe they might be some of the people you were looking for. Real banditry sort of folks.
Oh shoot.
Oh.
I got one of these for you. I don't know if it's helpful. And he sort of goes down, like, into his little... Do you remember he had a little hole down through the edge of the bridge? And he goes down, and he comes up, and he's holding this sort of wooden box. And he sort of holds it out. He doesn't know who to give it to. This really isn't the appropriate music anymore. It can stop. Yes.
I'll give it.
You can
The
give
bar's
it
just
me.
going mad on the
a
back.
quick examine.
Sorry, Jamal. What did you say?
I'll take the box and give it a quick examine.
Okay. Inside
see
is
what
a
I-
perfectly preserved dark stone.
Whoa, cool.
What?
How did you get this?
I
Felix?
set the gorilla on the group.
Genius.
Wait, it can actually do stuff? I
genius.
thought it was just an illusion.
Well, yeah, it doesn't really do much, but it distracts them while I... And then he just shows you a little dagger.
Oh shit.
How long
Damn,
ago
dude.
did
She's
you
just
get
running
this?
around, just going in people's back of people's necks.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, well, one of them dropped it. I didn't want to
How
touch
long
it, so I
ago
put it in a
was
box. Oh, a few days, maybe a week.
Hmm.
Oh.
Don't they disappear within like a day after the...
No, the magic on them wears off after a day. They have to be replenished with magic, but it's still preserved perfectly.
Yeah, indeed, it has no magic in it.
Okay.
But we haven't been able to get one of these, right?
You have managed to get one, but not one with magic in it.
I was when he said perfectly preserved, I thought it was like full magic in it.
No,
You know,
no,
just
no.
like,
The magic
holy
wears off
shit.
during the day. No, but it's definitely a darkstone, 100%, like solidly intact.
How do they
So-
put magic in it? Do we know?
They recharge it each day with shadow wellness.
Shadow Veilness. Alright.
So we know for certain that these bandits had this on, so one of them must have either been a Shadow Veil themselves or directly in contact with them and trusted to that level by the Shadow Veil.
That's a lot of words.
Yep.
Do you want it?
Yes, please.
Sure,
Hell
if
yes,
you want.
please.
Cool. Like, can I sell it to you? Like a gold piece, maybe?
Oh,
Okay.
absolutely. I'll just immediately hand over a gold piece for him.
Cool.
Make that 5.
All right.
Wow, Zavril.
You've got an awful lot of dwarves with you. You going somewhere nice?
I'm back to the front line, so not really.
Oh, well, that's sad. You're gonna die there. Don't die.
Oh well, I've
Have a little
survived.
faith.
I've survived this long already.
Everyone
Yeah.
dies at the front line eventually.
Hmm.
Gotta
We're not gonna
leave
stay
before it
there.
gets you. Ah, good. Great plan.
Exactly.
If you remember, he also fought on the front lines. Remember, and he
Yeah.
said that the money was crap for risking his life, so he was like, "Nah, I'm gonna go extort people."
Yeah.
Cool.
Working out well for him, it looks like.
Yeah, I've got 3 rooms now in my hole.
Your hole?
He gestures towards the hole in the bridge that's covered like with illusionary wood, but he jumps down. He's got 3 rooms down there now.
Damn, he's building himself a nice little.
That's not quite luxury
little
yet,
hideout.
but I'm getting there.
He's not far from our house.
Oh, no, we're not really that far away, are we? I don't know where your home is. I don't know why I've said that.
Yeah, I
Have
don't know why you
you-
said that either.
Have you found any companions to help you?
No.
So sad.
People don't
Okay.
normally make friends with you after you greet them with a big gorilla. Do you like the gorilla, though? He's an upgrade on the troll, right?
Oh, it's definitely a step up. It's an improvement on the swindling that you.
I'm
were
still
burning
working on the
before.
voice, though. I don't know what gorillas would sound like if they talked.
I got nothing.
No. Me neither. Well, you have a nice day. Travel safely. And,
You too, Felix.
you can see him sort of looking at the wagon, looking at his wooden bridge. Like, And then, even though it's an illusion, he gets the gorilla to go under the bridge and put his hands underneath to hold it.
Aw, that's cute.
And then, yeah, he waves you onwards, and you may pass. You are probably going to pass your home at about dinner time.
Oh,
Is that where you want to stop for the night?
Yes, absolutely.
Okay.
I think
how
that's
do we
what
have
we
enough
want.
space?
How close are you
We're
letting the
bringing
death
50
wagon
dwarves.
get?
Uh,
As close as they want.
no, not as close as they
Well,
want.
spoil the grass.
You don't think our little goblin friends could join
The gut busters?
Busters? Because I think
They
they'd
don't
be
have beards.
excellent additions.
They don't have beards.
They could start growing them.
We come back, they all have long, elegant beards.
Yeah, we should check up on those guys.
I don't
Yeah,
know.
that would be a good call.
Yeah.
Bannock tells you, is your home nearby?
Yeah.
Perhaps we'll set up camp here then.
Yeah.
Yeah, sounds good.
You don't want all of us lot in your home, do you? That's gonna make a
I don't
mess.
think we have the space for you.
No.
I don't think you'd fit.
A rare day when a dwarf can't fit.
Oh, well, I mean, it's not really that you can't fit, it's more of like 50 of you really can't fit.
Ah, yes, we are bigger when there's more of us, that is true.
Yeah.
Quite
it true?
pointy as well.
Bok and
Yeah, you might
Cobb
fit, but you
turn to
also
each
might
other and,
stab each other.
are we bigger because there's two of us?
Yes.
Yes.
They
Get
sort
on
of
each other's
stand back to
shoulders.
back to measure each other's height, and they're like, nope, we're still the same height.
Get on each other's shoulders, and then put a long trench coat on, and
If
then no
we
one will know
get
that
on
you're two
each
dwarves.
other's shoulders, which one of us is taller?
Whoever's on top.
Straight up.
And at that point, both of them shout, I'm on top! And they at the same time try and jump on each other's shoulders.
Oh dear.
It's a disaster.
Oh
They just
no.
collide mid-air.
And we're just like, alright, we'll leave you to it.
Okay, yeah,
You
good
just
luck
see,
with
You
that.
just see Bannock shaking his head like he's the only one that is not completely redundantly stupid. And he just shakes his head and he's
He's
like,
just only mostly.
good luck. See you soon.
Yeah.
Yeah, and with that, you can head on home. You are greeted by Sheepsbane and Pig Sticker, who are standing outside the door, and they appear to be painting it.
What colour?
Sheepsbane is painting it red, and Pig Sticker is painting it purple.
I like it.
the purple.
I like it both.
Is it blood they're using?
No. It appears to
No.
be some weirdly
We told
dyed
them not to.
liquid.
You know what? Let's not question it. As long as it doesn't smell weird.
As they hear you coming, they turn around and they're like, hey! How's it going?
Hey, it's been a while. Are you guys
Yeah.
doing okay?
Oh, we're good. What colour is Maglubiet?
He gives me
Purple.
purple energy for sure.
Hard purple.
Big Sticker turns to she saying, I told you! And he like shoulders him out the way and starts painting over the red with purple, which just makes a really odd mixed colour. It's not
Ugh.
great. But that's what colour your door's going to
no.
be. It's like a slightly purpley brown.
Yeah, okay.
We wanted the
It's a
door
prick
to tell Maglubiet that he is welcome.
All
I
right.
don't know. Well, okay, we'll discuss that later.
Listen, we can talk to Maglubiet when he comes in. All right.
It's true.
Set some ground rules for him as
You-
well.
But if you go in, then the paint will drip on the floor.
We have another entrance.
Yeah, don't we
There's
have
a
like
window.
We have a side door.
Yes, you do have a side door. It goes to the
Obi
workshop.
just starts
If
climbing
you
into
remember,
the
when you
window.
left, the workshop was actually being built. So the carpenters have finished. There is a magnificent workshop for Callum, and you can all come in through there and into the kitchen.
Yay!
Where you
Now
will
don't
find
get
Thick
dirt all
Skull
over the
hard at
floor.
work.
Doing.
Oh,
Is he cooking?
He appears to be turning a pot
Oh,
repetitively.
pottery.
No, he's not pottering in. It's definitely a fully made pot, and he's turning it slowly.
All
He
right.
looks up and, hey, well, you're almost in time. It's dinner soon. He keeps turning the pot.
What are you doing there?
Doing?
I'm stirring the soup.
Interesting.
I'd like to get him a wooden spoon, and, like put it in, and then like take his hand and put it on the handle, and just slowly.
That's pretty clever.
There you go.
You
now
wanna
you
make
won't
sure that
burn your
you're-
hands.
It's
You also
not,
want to make
it's
sure
not
you're
hot
pulling
yet.
up the stuff. pulling, everything up so that way it's churning and it's
The
mixing
stuff?
all together. Yeah, everything that's in the soup.
Oh, and then he points to the stove where there's a pot with all the stuff in it.
Is it
He's
on?
Interesting.
Yeah, the stove's on, the stuff's cooking. The soup, the bowl that he is stirring is just water, and it's cold.
Okay, so I'm gonna take the stuff, put it to the side off of the stove. I'm assuming like half of it's like burnt.
No, it's beautifully. It's all beautifully cooking. It's cooking in sort of thick, bubbling water. It looks like a great soup. The water on the side is kind of pointless.
All right, I'm gonna make sure just everything's stirring
Okay.
it up a little bit and showing him as well. I'm just like when you're making a soup, you want to make sure that nothing stays on the bottom for too long because then it'll get a little like burnt, right? And it won't give you the flavor that you're hoping to get, right? But I also at the same time doing this saying, although you did a great job with this.
Yeah, it's just this
already.
step, and he shows you like he's got a cookery book that he's bought.
How
Starling
cute.
Starling brought this. She left a message
Okay,
for you,
I was
by the way.
I was about to say, how did you buy it?
She left a message for you. She offered to go into town and get us some stuff.
Okay.
Yeah, she brought me this cookbook. She left a message for you. Anyway, yeah, this line here. Oh, I can't remember. And then he looks and he points to the line. It's like it says, "Add water and stir."
Oh, you add water into the soup and then you stir it up.
Then why isn't stir the next step? Step 8
it's
says
because-
add water and stir, and step 9 is the next one. Wait till it's bubbling.
Yeah, because because you put the water into with the other food, right? Because that's how you get the soup part of it, right? And you stir it up so that way it starts to sort of help break down all of like the food that's already in the pot, right? Like your carrots, your peas, your corn, whatever.
Yeah, that makes more
you
sense.
put
I
in
didn't
there.
know what stirring the water would do. Oh, okay. And then yeah, he's like, "Well, dinner will be ready soon."
All right.
Nice. So, the message?
Yeah, I'm
Wait,
assuming
wait.
Stalling left it
Did
somewhere.
you make enough food for 50 dwarves?
Uh-oh.
No. Was I meant to?
I think there'll be no. You had no way of knowing. Fine.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
No, it's not your fault. We'll break something out to them, I guess.
Oh, okay.
I'm assuming Stalling left it somewhere. Or did
Yeah, I'm
just,
looking
like,
around for a message. Or
pray.
another goblin who
um,
might know the message.
I don't know. I think she told Sheepsbane maybe. Or maybe it was Pigstick. I don't know.
Oh, jeez.
All right, well, we'll find one of the other goblins eventually and ask about it.
Yeah.
Yep.
All right.
Oops.
And then yeah, he goes back to the soup, starts stirring. Welcome home.
All right. I guess we'll find the other goblins and ask them about the
Sheepsbane and
message.
Pigstick are still painting the front door.
Oh, cool.
All right, we'll open the window right next to the front door and ask.
Oh, yeah. Starling left a message. Yeah, she did. What was it? I remember she said the bread wasn't very good. I don't think that
Okay.
was the message.
Probably not.
Was it the message? It might have been the message. No, I don't think it was the message.
I wouldn't be surprised
She
if it was the
said,
message.
tell the Shadowhunters. That's you guys, right?
Yep, that's us.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. So far, so good.
She said the bread wasn't good. The wine was good.
Okay.
She went and got us some books. I can't read though.
Mhm.
Huh. Nope.
Time.
Can't remember. Sorry.
All right. Well, I'm sure we'll figure it out.
Cool.
Wait, who was it? That sent this
Stalling.
message? Oh, okay.
Don't we
I
have a
thought we had a
sending
setting
stone?
stone.
Yeah,
But
I
I
was
think
gonna
that's
say.
to...
Yeah, we'll just contact her through the sending stone then. Let's take
That's
it.
to Kailana.
Is it?
Oh, wait.
Hmm.
Yeah, it only goes to
Starling's-
her.
Well, maybe
oh.
Kailana knows. We should ask her with our sending stone anyways.
Okay.
Yeah, that's probably a good idea. Or at least inform her if, update, be like, oh yeah.
So
No.
what I'll do, just real quick, send message to, sending to Starling, asking,
Okay.
saying that we know she left a message, but asking what the message was.
Oh, yeah. Just let me know when you are taking the dwarves to Rokos. I want to come with you.
Uh-oh.
Hell yeah. First you gotta get Torgar, though. But
Right, okay. So in that case, I will burn another slot for this and say the dwarves
You're
are
about
with
to
us
go to
now.
bed.
The dwarves are with us now.
Yeah.
Make your way over whenever you may in the morning or so.
Great. Where are you?
home. Alright, you know what? Don't.
The little things in life.
I've
fourth levels. Want to cast a
home.
4th level spell slot to tell you at home.
She knows where we are.
Let's have another third level. I'll just immediately say to her, "Come to our house."
Replies, no problem, on the way.
I was James. I'm gonna be honest. I was expecting for her to be like,
When?
And where's that?
Or just when.
Or
I was tempted with just when, but no, I thought we'd bullied several spell slots enough for the day.
But before
Right,
we also...
I didn't use any today anyway, so I had
That's fine.
plenty.
That's
That's fine.
Glacius,
before dinner, I would like to pull Sullivan to the side and talk to him. We'll go outside.
Okay.
Kind of want a little privacy. So I think we have a lot to discuss.
Do we?
I apologize, Sullivan. I realize that some of the actions that I have performed may have had unintentional consequences and make it seem as though I am betraying your sense of trust and loyalty, but I assure you that that was not what I wanted, nor was that what I intended. As I've previously said, we both have come from very different parts of the Dawn Guard, right? Both of us have, while similar, still different reasons for fighting the Shadow Veil. You see it as your sense of duty, and that's what gives you power. However, it isn't such as that for me. It was thrust upon me in something I had to do. And I've seen many people, friends and some family, die because of this war. And I fight and I do what I do so that way no one has to experience and go through the pain of losing someone close or losing someone dear to them. And if that means that I may, on occasion, side with some unsavory or untrustworthy characters, or I take armor or power from less than favorable sources, in my mind, it is all for the greater good in the end, as I am just trying to work towards the exact same goal as you. And I fear that our spats at each other is starting to negatively affect Obi in the very least, but at the same time, the trust that we have with each other.
I'm afraid I don't understand, Glacius. You just stated that what you do, you feel, is just because it's for the greater good. Why are you apologizing to me then?
I'm apologizing to you because I fear as though that it's coming off in a different sense. This isn't me seeking power for power's sake. All right, I have no drive for power whatsoever myself. Multiple times I did not want any responsibility or any power, even though I was offered it, because in the end, I never saw it as necessary to do my job. But now my job has changed. Our job has changed. And I don't want this rift that has started to form between us to grow bigger and start to consume everybody else. Which is why I came to you, and why I'm apologizing.
Does this mean that you won't do it again?
I will put more thought before into doing actions such as this. Maybe thinking more into the future about picking up armor off of a demonic paladin who fell to the Shadow Veil, and thinking about all of the actions that may be. At the same time, I also hope that you will also, while I don't expect you to understand fully the reasons why I do this, or I don't expect us to fully agree all the time. I hope that you won't think less of me if I do choose to follow. If I do choose actions such as these, because again, I'm only doing it in hopes that we can finally put this war to rest and put the war to end.
I do understand where your methods come from, and I do sympathize with you that it comes from pain and loss. But I don't believe that you should then stoop to a lower level. I believe that as a man of honor and a skilled warrior, that you should rise above that. I appreciate you taking me to one side and saying this, but you're apologizing for something you may do again in the future, and so I'm not quite sure I can accept that apology. Because to me, an apology would mean that you recognize you've done something wrong and you won't do it again. In terms of the effect it has on the party, I do agree with you that Obi has become
a drunken mess.
I agree with you that it does seem to take a toll on the very least Obi. He's very impressionable at this age, and so I can definitely try to perhaps keep my opinion to myself in a group setting a bit more, especially around Obi. But like I said, I'm not quite sure I can accept your apology. But don't misunderstand. I understand where it comes from. I just think you can do better.
It's also, as I said, it's also probably more of a sense that I don't fully understand, or not fully understand, rather, but I see the opportunities that are at hand that you could possibly get. And so I'm not thinking into the darker nature that it has, right? I didn't fully consider everything about the armor. All I knew is that it would make me, and by proxy the party, stronger, right? However, if it had been, if somewhere down the line we come across magical armor that is wholly righteous, then I would have also picked that up as well. It isn't necessarily the source that I'm considering. I consider what it can give me, which, saying it out loud, yes, it can lead to, some poor things down the line. And like I said, I will try my best to consider all options. But when backed against the wall, sometimes instincts take over.
And if you was backed up against the wall, I think I could understand it more. But as far as I've seen, that's not happened. And yet you still choose these ways. I appreciate what you're saying, and I will keep it in mind. That you will, think a bit more before doing things. But I guess I'll wait to see the proof.
Yes, I'm not asking.
The pudding.
Yes, I understand that words can mean very little, and that actions speak more. It's more of a promise. You have my word, and as still a member of the Dawn Guard, I still hold my word very well, and I don't give it out often because I almost always hold myself to it.
Almost.
Well, and perhaps maybe next time you are backed against a wall, this may help, and I will give him, as a gesture of good faith, my potion of growth.
I can get big.
It's a potion of emotional growth.
Whoa.
Fingers crossed!
That's
Glacius starts
beautiful.
bawling. No.
That's beautiful.
He takes it, and it is very much on his face is unsure of how.
Glacius, are you okay?
Sorry, my dog's coughing in the background, and I just.
Diaper
Glacius
dog?
like, damn, I can hear the dwarves from here.
Yeah, no, she's just a little old, but it's a face of unsure of what to say.
There's nothing to say.
He'll sort of just nod, as he was going to try to say something, but just can't find the proper words to say.
I'll put my hand on his shoulder and I'll just say, come, let's go eat. And as I turn to the window and see Obi trying to smoke a cigar, I will rush into the house and like slap it out of his hand.
Where did you learn to do this? I learned it by watching you.
I point at Callum.
Listen, I'm trying to set up like a poker game with me,
Callum.
Obi, Brutus.
Count me in.
Cigars. Ashton's
about-
in.
How about you go to the Gutbusters
Starling
and
is
you can
going
go
to
do
be
that there?
so proud of you guys. Turn to drinking, smoking gamblers. She is going to be so proud. Just a reminder, you've only seen 3 of your goblins.
Yeah.
I was
Where's
actually going to
last
ask
one?
that. We're missing a 4th still.
You're missing Fat Skull. You haven't seen him.
Fat Skull.
Isn't he usually
have a-
upstairs? Or am I
I would-
crazy?
No, don't we have a basement where
We
like
do.
there's
Like
a
plants and
shrine
pottery.
to
He's
Gobbledygook?
not a Magrubiot kind of guy.
Oh, okay.
He's the planter and potter kind of guy.
Yeah, I have the notes of looking at him right now.
Alright. Is he?
Is he-
Do we see him outside? Well,
Alright,
we'll
let's
ask.
look around.
have you seen Fat
Skull?
Skull around
Yeah, he went out fishing.
Oh no.
again?
Not again.
Yeah, no, he seems to have got the hang of it. He likes it. He should
Can we go
probably be
check the
back by
lake?
now.
Probably, right?
When did he go fishing?
3 weeks ago.
Oh, yesterday, I think.
Oh no.
You didn't go look for him?
No, when that happens, we tend to all get lost.
We come home, no goblins are here, and we have no idea why.
Exactly. He's like
Probably
every time I go looking for somebody who's lost, I get lost, so I just don't bother. They'll come back or they won't. He's like, no, he's been night fishing. He went out like late last night.
Night
okay.
fishing.
But that's still like almost
24 hours ago, yeah.
I was okay.
Probably
yeah,
fell
24
in.
hours.
Oh no.
Let's go check the lake where we know he usually fishes.
You eating first, or are we quite worried? We're just gonna dash.
I
out?
mean, I want to make sure that our little buddy's okay.
Yeah, you sprint out there, and you will find somebody you've met before.
Oh, no.
Sitting by the lake is Fat Skull, and do we have his name? That's what I want to know. We do.
Caviar.
Raymond.
Oh, okay.
Raymond was a farmer. He was the younger farmer. He was.
Oh yeah, that guy.
Yeah.
Oh, from like episode 1?
Yeah.
Maybe episode 1, maybe episode 2.
the
But
one
he's from
who...
the farmhouses not that far away where Sophie was when there was.
Yeah, Sullivan's kid
where-
was. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. That's Sophie. And the
One
two
of my
them,
many children.
the two of them are wearing, both him and Fat Skull are wearing these wide-brimmed fisherman's hats.
Cute.
And
Oh.
sitting next to each other. And
Raymond.
you'll notice they're both holding a copy of the Van Hania Daily, except Fat Skull's is holding his upside down.
I figured you were gonna say that. Or he was only reading the ones with pictures.
Nope, no, he's
What
got
is
it
that,
upside
like
down.
a newspaper?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ooh,
It's like the
I didn't
Daily
know they had
Chronicle.
that. Are we in it? I want a copy as well.
Okay. As you approach,
Callum gets his old man
Fat Skull's
paper.
like, shh. As you come close, he sort of points to the river, and you see that there are 2 fish that are way bigger than you would expect in that lake. both sort of
Wow.
moving around near their net. And Fat Skull is sort of like slowly trying to catch him off guard. And you can see that between him and Raymond, they're trying to like catch one
Pincer.
fish in the two nets. It is a big fish, like sort of this size fish.
Ooh.
Damn, like almost Obi size.
Not quite, but yes, big. Big for a fish.
Damn.
But more importantly, very big for this lake.
Magic
That little
fish.
face.
Ridiculous. Get out of here. So annoying.
So cute.
Look at this.
Anyway, sorry. Yeah, and he's like points and then they sort of slowly move it in. And they're using the newspaper as if like to try and pretend they're not doing what they're doing, as if the fish will
I
get
see.
caught off guard.
Acting inconspicuous.
Yes, exactly. Sort of-
Fly casually.
But Fat Skull is sort of peeking around his newspaper. And then he just turns around to Raymond and he goes, 3, 2, 1. And they both start struggling up. And this huge fish is thrashing about.
Can I help him?
And sure. As you walk over, Fat Skull sort of lifts up on the end of his fishing rod. And you grab hold of Fat Skull and the fishing rod and sort of reel it in. This huge fish sort of plops down in front of him. And Raymond runs over and hits it round the head with a hammer.
Oh my goodness.
This is what you're meant to do with fish. To kill them.
Grizzly.
Yes. And
I mean, would you rather let them die slow deaths of not having like access to water?
Yes.
Callum said yes.
Wow.
Yeah, and Raymond sort of turns to you and, hey, I haven't seen you around these parts in a while. I see you've adopted some goblin friends.
Your voice has changed.
How's it? Can't remember what I sounded like last time.
I don't remember what it
You
sounded
sound like an old grizzled vet who smokes 15 packs a day.
Well, I'm not. Yeah, I've met your friend Fat Skull here. I was a bit surprised and shocked the first time, but we've got on well. He's getting good at this fishing thing.
Ah, yes, we're glad.
We
Glad he's
camped
not
out
taking
here
anything.
this afternoon. No.
Okay.
We had a
We
sleep
were
by
worried
the
about
river.
him.
Oh, I can understand that. He said that if the goblins were worried enough, they'd come and find him.
Really, because they were worried and none of them came.
Interesting.
Raymond sort of shrugs and Fat Skull's like, well.
Well, they didn't want to get lost too.
That's fair.
That's
Fat
what
Skull
they
worries
said.
about everything.
Yeah.
Couldn't think
I mean,
of-
I'd worry about getting lost too. That's why you're supposed to stay where you are when you're lost, so you don't get more lost.
He thinks
That's
you're
actually-
forward. He's like,
Yeah, that's like.
yeah, if
actual
someone's coming to
survival
find
tactics.
you.
I guess if you're like in the mall. and
Well,
your
no,
mom's
it's
looking
more
for
of a
you.
case. It's more of a
A
case
deadly
of like,
place to be lost as an adventurer.
more of a case, right? Like if you get lost in the woods, right? You're supposed to stay like near where you get lost, so that way when they come looking for you, right, you'll be near where you got lost originally. Like if you're camping.
If
or something
someone
like
comes
that.
and looks at you, yeah.
Right.
It's totally
Right, it
rubbish
makes
if
it easier.
Thick Skull just
If
stays
no
at
one
home
does,
and worries.
right? Right. if no one does, then
Yeah.
you have reason to worry. But,
Well,
you know,
I'm not
like,
lost. So I don't need to stay
night.
still. We can head back if you want. Raymond, you can keep that
let's-
fish. Raymond looks down. He's like, wow, okay. Oh, this will be a lot of food. I'll smoke some and bring it over. Fat Skull's like, oh,
Yeah,
Thank
does
you.
Raymond, is he by himself? Or
Yeah.
was he with his
he's
father?
on his own.
Okay.
Oh wait, do we have to do? Should we do the questions thing on him? Double check, make
He
sure
doesn't
his
seem
voice
to
did
be-
change.
He doesn't seem to be too bothered about asking you.
Ooh.
She was last time.
What's what is it? I don't even remember what the questions are.
What's your full
Oh,
name?
you have any
Any
pets?
special pets?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Where are you from? Or no, who do you believe in? And what's your name? Those are the three questions, I think.
He'll tell you that he's Raymond. I believe in the good Lord Lathander. And we had a pet cat called Smokey, but she died.
Aw.
His answers check
Poor
out to what he
Smoke.
said last time. And he's
What?
like, I don't do that anymore. Fat Skull's persuaded me to live in the moment. I'm not important enough for the Shadow Veil to try and capture, apparently.
Not with that attitude.
But
Well,
like,
that's
even
what the
with
elf
that
said.
attitude-
Which elf is this?
I don't know.
Oh, Starling?
Starling, yeah. She said I wasn't important enough for anybody to bother trying to capture.
She's
And
no
that those
offense.
methods
she's not wrong.
those methods don't really work anyway. Apparently they'd know those things if they were Shadowvale.
Yeah.
So Fat Skull said I should just live in the moment and enjoy life. And if I die, I
You should.
die. Yeah.
All right, that's depressing, but
That's alright. Well, I haven't converted to worshipping Magrubiet yet, but there's got to be something about them.
yeah, they do.
Yeah. They're
That's
better than
why-
my father. He's a piece of work.
I bet.
Anyway, you should be getting back, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. And I suppose the dwarves are to do with you as well, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay.
Unfortunately.
Cool. You got lots of cool friends.
Yeah. Well, when you travel as much as we do.
Maybe I should take up traveling. What do you think, Fat Skull? Would you like to go on a hike? Fat Skull's like, no, I'd get lost.
But if you go with a friend, then you'll be lost together.
Aw.
Yeah, but I've got more friends, and I don't want to get lost and then the others can't find me. Like, I can't leave Thick Skull.
What if we put a locator? Zavril, do you have a locator spell?
Tracking device!
You have a tracking device. Can we
No,
I can see what I could do.
I'm not a
Give me
hiking
time.
kind of guy, but maybe we'll
wait,
go for a
no.
long walk.
I got an idea. We'll get a long string, put a balloon on the end of it, and tie it around it, so that way there's always a. It's like there
The
he
beacon,
is.
the beacon. Yeah. Anyway, you guys can
The
head back with
beacon
Fat
is lit.
Skull. We'll be like, yeah, how you been? What you been up to?
Yeah, we'll regale them with the stories of our time out.
He'll tell you
Our
he made a
heroics.
soup pot.
Yeah,
Can't wait to see
I'll
that.
also help. Yeah,
You-
I'll
you
also
have
make
seen
sure
it.
dinner's going well.
It was full of
Oh,
water
that was
being
it?
stirred on the counter.
Was it
yes.
good?
Yeah, it was pretty cool, pretty impressive. It was very big.
Nice. Well done.
Thank you.
Very good. Very proud of you.
That's about it. You guys can head back. If you must, you can continue to roleplay with the goblins. Otherwise, you may take a long rest and continue on in the morning.
All right.
So Zavril gets his slots back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't have to. I'm not gonna actually do anything, but before sleeping, Opie is going to talk to the goblins, but in Goblin, trying to learn how to speak Goblin to them.
Okay.
Oh, that's cute.
They will teach you how to swear. They will teach you how to worship the
Right.
Grubiet.
God damn it.
And you get Pig Sticker's favorite phrase, which is "Stand down, fool."
Of course
cute.
it is.
That's what you've got so far. I don't know how useful it is, but I don't know how useful speaking Goblin is.
Sullivan could teach you.
If I hear Obi swearing in Goblin, it's gonna be a very angry dad.
Cool. But in the morning, you are able to get a hearty breakfast from Glacius and Thick Skull combined. And with that, you can head out to the wagon, where the dwarves have carved a veritable hole in the ground
Okay.
with their wagon and with their deeds. And they are all looking very miserable. They're sat on the edge of the cart, like, of head on hands.
Aww.
What's
Every one
wrong?
of them is looking absolutely depressed.
No.
And two of them are in
What's
fact
wrong?
sobbing at the Mac.
What happened?
What's wrong, guys?
Bannock sort of looks up and you should ask him. And he points to the dagger. Dolgan the dagger looks at you. It was tragic. It's been about 5 hours. We ran out of ale.
Oh my god. You
No,
fucking
I
babies.
knew it. I knew it.
I
I
knew
knew
that
it.
was gonna be too.
The party's ended.
Bannock sort of looks and how long till the new town? The city? Anywhere.
Can't,
Civilization.
Couple hours. Maybe a couple hours.
Oh,
yeah.
we've been a couple of hours away all this time. Band! Get the bard playing!
Yeah.
The ale's only a couple of hours away, and they all sort of leap up. They jump on the cart, and on the wagon. Cart, that's a really glorious word for it. They all jump on the wagon. Thunder fist. Boom! The clap of thunder. The ball picks scurry along. You guys are able to join in as you travel on down towards Van Hania.
Go
Oh,
take
yes.
my horse.
Within about an hour, you see Starling coming towards you. She's like,
Oh, there you are.
"You told me to meet you at home."
Well, you can meet us here.
It looks like it worked out.
They're a
looks at
little
you, she's like,
restless.
What would you have done if you were coming from the other? If I was coming from the other direction?
You would have found us. Let's be honest.
Guess
You would
we'll
have seen
never
the
know.
trail of dwarf,
Dwarf destruction.
the dwarf trail that we left. Surely that big wagon leaves
Well,
a
she
trail.
sort of strides past you and walks up to Bannock. And she puts her arm up like this, and he puts his arm up like that, and they sort of do this thing where they like do this and a little thing, and then they turn around once, and then they go for a little high five but don't touch. It's a very secret handshake going on, and she's like, "Hey man, how you been?" And he's like, "Yeah, we ran out of ale." She's like, "Oh god,
Oh,
that's
they're
awful."
homies.
And she reaches into her bag and she passes him a bottle of wine. And she was like, "It's the best I can do." And Bannock sort of necks half of it and passes it to Thunderfist. And she's like, "Oh, well, I see you've got the band back together. Got some new ones as well, and some ones are missing. What happened to Lop?" Bannock like, shakes his head. No, he died to the dagger. They got in an argument. Never mind, we've got new friends. We've got a bard now! And there's a slight echo as the Gutbuster Brigade like, "We've got a bard!" And she's like, "Oh, that's good. To Torgar?"
Torgar.
Oh yeah, to Torgar.
Alright.
Top up a hubar.
As you get to the outside of Anhania, Starling sort of looks up and, "God, I hate this place."
Uh-oh.
But the dwarves seem quite pleased. They're like, "Wow, the stonework's really good. Have they got a bar?" "Yeah."
They have like.
Do they ever? That's where we're going.
"Oh,
I thought they had multiple. I just wasn't 100% sure.
yeah." But they are, they'll get the wagon up to the gates. Go on, Sullivan.
Whilst everyone goes to the tavern, I want to take a detour. I don't mind going by myself. To the shop where I asked about those stuffed animals. I want to ask them if they've been delivered yet.
Yeah, you can pop in and pop out, like, on the way over. They do believe that they have been delivered. That's Yagra's bag of everything, is that? Yalna's bag of everything. Yeah, Yagra's a seer. Yalna's
Yeah,
bag of
that's
everything.
one campaign, isn't it?
She was before.
She was before she went blind and unblind
Oh,
at
dear.
the same time. Who knew? Anyway, Yalna's bag of everything. Yeah, they'll let you know that it's been delivered, and you can join the group in heading into the last flagon. As you head into the last flagon, you will notice the conspicuous absence of Anvar. He is not there. He's almost always there, but he's not there today. Bartender's there. She sort of greets you and, "Hey, welcome back. You're bringing all of them in?"
We bring
That's a lot of
business.
money. Yeah.
All right.
Island dwarves.
We bring business.
She looks terrified, and then she sort of leans down for a moment, and so you see her like speaking quietly, and doing something. I'm not sure what. Yeah, the dwarves will sort of push on in. They brought their own bard, and he will begin playing. And Torgar sort of lifts his head up, and you see him just shake his head. He looks up to Bannock and to Thunderfist. It's like, no, this can't be good.
That's what I've been saying this whole time.
And so to the rest of you.
Have at him, boys.
What is the meaning of this?
Kick his ass.
And Bannock sort of gestures for one of you to speak.
What?
Torgar,
Right, you guys
we
should
need
speak to
your-
him.
You got us together.
Tell him. Come
Tell him about it.
on. Torgar, we need your assistance. You and your full brigade.
No, you don't, lad. No, you don't.
Yes, we do.
Torgar's
Uh-huh.
retired. Unless you've heard about it, fired. Actually.
Fired.
Aye.
That may be so, but
Who's in charge of Torgar?
I was the captain of the Dawn Guard.
well, we
Well,
still
not
need
quite.
your assistance.
He was the captain of the Dawn Guard Knight Defenders. So his captain would have been
Giga Chad.
Gankis.
Ooh.
Torgar, we do need your assistance with this, with a problem at hand.
Torgar's retired.
I
Look elsewhere.
really, is that what the great Torgar? That's just it. You're just going to
Those are
be
stories, lad.
complacent?
I lost a whole company of dwarves. There's
How
nothing
long
great
ago was
about
he?
them.
How long ago was he fired?
14 years ago.
Wow, he's
Yeah,
been
so
here
I-
this whole time?
Yeah, so I was serving around that time, like right before he got fired. I've seen you in action, and I know there are no mere stories, Torgar.
No, I know my way around an axe, but I don't know how to lead men anymore.
Who said I need you? We, all of Sogravia, needs you right now.
Aye. Is that so?
Yes. A group of bandits are working with the Shadowveil inside Sogravia, and they have been disrupting many a trade routes, hurting many a Dawn Guard soldiers.
Have you told the Dawn Guard? Hell, have you told the
Yes.
Furion Guard? Tell the Major Sarkane. Tell someone. Tell someone who
Who's
cares.
telling
lad.
you?
Is that so? He leans past you and sort of, I'll have an ale. And one for my friend here. I haven't seen you in a while. Thunderfist? My brother. Sort of nods his head to him. Bannock, how are the band keeping on? Okay, we got a bard now. It's pretty cool.
They all have the same. They all share the same brain cell.
That's exactly it.
Sorry, James, what's his name again?
Torgar.
Togar, yeah.
Togar.
Not
Not
Togard.
Torgar.
Togar.
He's not Togok either.
Togork.
Shing Schwank.
Togar, right?
Yes.
Is that it?
Torgar.
Right. Togar. Yeah, Togar. I challenge you to a duel.
Oh, you're gonna get your ass kicked.
Ooh. It's so over.
No thanks.
Uh-oh.
I
Cast
will
your
cast. I will cast Compel Duel on him.
I don't believe that incites
That's
him
a-
to combat. It just prevents him from attacking anyone else.
Well,
He looks at you and
well.
I don't wish to fight, lad. I'm done with that life.
I disagree.
Do you? And what
You
is it you
have-
need from me so specifically?
I don't need anything from you specifically. However, I do believe that all the stories I heard growing up of the great warrior that you were and the good that you did this country, I know that there is more that you can do. And in fact, there's a whole company, 50 dwarves worth of people.
51.
51, because they just got a bard, if you haven't heard.
Mhm.
They are ready to stand by your side and be your brothers in arms.
When we told them that this was for you, without question, all of them immediately came.
They went 2 hours without ale for you. 2 hours.
They went 5 hours.
5 hours
Sullivan, give me a
without
persuasion
ale
check
for
with
you.
advantage as you're being aided by Galicius.
We're just like, they refuse to get drunk for you.
Fuck me. 18? That's awful rolls. Awful.
He sort of looks at you and okay, makes some good points. And it would be nice to fight with the group again, but why me? Why now? Why this?
Because now is exactly the time we need. We are in the middle of a war.
We've been in the
People
middle of a
are-
war for 150 years, lad.
And don't
Because
you
there is
think
no
it-
tomorrow.
And don't you think it's time we put an end to it?
Yes, but the Dawn Guard don't fight back. They just defend.
That's what you're here for.
So we need
Period.
you for one. We need you to take the proactive step and show them that fighting back can
Yeah.
yield lasting effects.
What do you want me to do?
Come
I
with
want
us.
you to stand up, down that ale, and rejoin your men in arms. Because they need
Yes, yes,
you.
and then what?
And then
And
follow
then-
us to kill Raucous Sunderdown.
Who's that?
I don't know.
We've been calling him the King of the Bandits.
Bandit
That's kind of
King.
what he is. That's kind of what he
Yes.
is, but
Bandit
he's
King.
working with the Shadowveil.
That's a
We're
pretty
trying to
badass.
drum up his title to make him
We're
sound more
fighting the
scary.
Shadowveil within our borders.
Yes.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Once upon a time, it would have made a good tale, and we now have a
And
bard
if
to
you-
tell it.
You have a bard to tell that tale.
And if you kill the Bandit King, you can be known as Kingslayers.
That's true. That's
cool.
a way better name than the
Not sure about
Gutbusters.
that
The King's
Okay, let's not get carried away now.
I don't know about.
I,
Come on.
Torgar, Vanquisher of Thunderdown.
I have enough titles I don't need, lass. I'm not looking at personal glory here, but a chance to fight back for the country. It could be something.
It's about time.
It's about damn time.
Lizzo is their bard.
Yeah.
Lizzo's the barkeeper, he's just always their bard. Yes, definitely. Yes, definitely. The dwarf with 2 strings on his lute is Lizzo.
She plays a flute, actually.
I know, as he does not. But yeah, the bard sort of is playing away, and the dwarves in the background are getting drunk, but Thunderfist sort of walks over and puts his hand on Torgar's shoulder and sort of, it would be good to be led properly again, Captain.
Mm-hmm.
Hell yeah. 52 strong.
And sort of, Bannock reaches down and takes this sort of spiked gauntlet. He takes it off and he places it on the bar in front of Torgar.
Mm.
Torgar sort of looks at it and... Are you sure? Bannock nods. Torgar leans over and sort of puts the gauntlet on, which looks really weird because he's just wearing like standard normal clothing.
Just got one spike
one
hand.
spiked gauntlet. But, as you look, there's clearly some meaning to this spiked gauntlet. And as he sort of puts it on, he hesitates for a moment, thinks, sort of, he looks over and he's like, you know, it's just for now. It's just this once, you know.
Sure.
All right, lads, gather round, gather round. Apparently, we're off to fight. They're calling him the King of Bandits, but we'll make him the King of Maggots as we bring him down to the ground.
Oh.
Wait, where is it? He looks at you all.
Near
Where are we going? A long journey.
It's in a
Did you
cave.
bring the wagon?
In a cave.
In a cave. And we
Yeah,
fight
we
well
got
in
the
caves.
wagon.
We'll grind them to dust. We'll break them down till they're nothing but bones and ashes in the dust. Once more, the Gutbusters will go out and let them know exactly what we mean and what we're for. And we'll walk alongside these people, whoever they are.
The
Dwarves, as
Shadowhunters.
Cool name.
See, I told you. Same
He sort of looks at you all and is like,
Thank you for noticing.
we'll head alongside these Shadowhunters, as they say. And our old friend Starling. Know you're involved in this. Don't try and pretend like you're not.
She was in there the whole time. I forgot.
Yeah, she's here. We'll head forth. And we will grind them to nothing. Nobody can stand in our way, bandit or not. The Shadow Vale are in the lands of Sogravia, they're saying. Well, they won't be for long. This would be so much cooler if I had my armor. I'll go and get it.
No, no. Where is it?
And we'll head out later.
At his house.
It's in my room. He points upstairs.
Okay. Oh, well, that's not too bad.
Don't
He
worry.
used to go
it won't
dig
be
it
long.
in the ground.
Yeah.
He
And,
threw it off a cliff.
Torgar will head off. This is really not the track I thought it was.
He looks surprisingly similar to Gimli.
Yeah, he does.
Cooler.
Yeah, it is a little Gimli-ish. But
Yeah, it really is. Oh my word.
But no, he comes down with his red cape on. It is the Dawnguard cape, but you will see that there is a singular thin gold line sewn through the Dawnguard emblem to say that he is no longer part of it. Yes, go on.
Armor's really spiky, right? Does the cape get like caught in the?
His armor's not spiky at all.
Oh, okay.
Sullivan, you were going to say?
I was gonna say, if this means that he's now back on the side of, fighting for the Dawnguard, does this mean that I could cast ceremony and do a ceremony for dedication?
Does it give you some kind of cool advantage that you're
You touch one humanoid who wishes to dedicate to your god service, obviously not good. For the next 24 hours, whenever the target makes a saving throw, it can roll a d4 and add the number rolled to the save.
He's not
they
coming
can
back
only-
to the Dawnguard. He's coming back to the Gutbuster Brigade for now. If you want to get him back to the Dawnguard, you'll have to wait a little longer and hope that you can persuade him. But that is the
Okay.
idea of this, is that in fighting the bandits that he will want to come back and recaptain the guard. Luckily, Anvar's not there to find out that he might be losing his job fairly soon. But no, Torgar doesn't wear any spiked armor. He wears normal armor. He has a very standard axe and a second axe on his back and a hand axe at his side. But he's not a gutbuster. As far as you can see, he's not going to hug people or whatever. It's his brigade, but he's not necessarily fighting in their style. It is in fact Thunderfist that is the nominal sort of leader. Banak has held Torgar's place as the strategic commander, probably because he's not quite as stupid as the rest of them. Years of banging their heads against people and leaping into battle and clattering them with spikes has caused them to be a little less than brainy.
American football.
Yeah, but no, he sort of stands up and he's like, right, I guess we'll be leaving. It's a long journey, Carthon.
I think your dwarves might want to drink a bit first.
Oh, that's fine.
Again, they went 5 hours without drink for you.
Don't worry.
Can we get some tankers
We'll stop
to the
by
road?
Yana's. She has kegs.
Alright, we need like 20.
I've got enough cakes for these guys because they'll be.
I know my men.
for sure.
Fear not.
They're like, can I have 500 kegs?
On the way
please?"
through, he will not only stop at Yalna's to pick up some kegs, but he also stops at the Dawn Guard supply post and buys all of their kegs and loads them onto the wagon. In fact, they load so many kegs onto the wagon that the dwarves are currently marching behind the wagon instead of riding it.
Well,
Nice. As it should be.
You will all, I'm assuming, be mounted at this point.
yeah.
Oh yeah.
Starling rides an incredibly expensive-looking white horse.
Oh, I thought you were going to say black horse.
No, it's got sort of like silver, sort of filigree around the saddle, like real silver. It's beautifully embellished. Like this horse is like almost priceless.
Wow.
Don't
Bit
put your
weird,
shield
considering
up.
she's dressed like your average sort of tavern girl.
Pretty.
She will tell you that it's not stolen. But as you
Wink,
ride
wink.
out, no, it's not stolen. It was a gift. And with that, you may get on the road.
Yay.
It's not a short journey. Where's our token? Oh, we're in Carthon. That would quicken the journey.
We did it. That was quick.
Yeah.
You
oh,
have
yeah,
some
already.
choices.
Fantastic.
Are we riding to Kvatch and then north? Are we riding sort of up here and then up to Center Point and across? Or do you want to attempt some sort of dodgy... Oh, we're moving the robbers. That would make things a lot easier, wouldn't it?
Yeah,
Bring
let's
them
go-
to us.
Bring
Yeah,
them
let's
to
bring
us.
them over here.
Or are you attempting some sort of dodgy cross-country shenanigans with a wagon? So there's that route.
It could do it.
There's that route. Well, this is really difficult to do. Or there's that route.
I think we should go through Kvatch.
I agree.
Okay. As
We
you
could
set
keep
off,
an eye out in the forest for people returning.
Exactly.
Sullivan needs to see his girlfriend.
as you set off to ride west,
She's not my girlfriend.
Torgar will come over and look at Starling and then at Ashwin and say, excusing me, your ladyships. I wondered if perhaps I might ask a question. Obviously,
Are you single?
Yeah, elven folk are pretty good at doing the quiet stuff. The dwarves are not very good at. I wondered if perhaps you might scout ahead on the road.
Oh, good idea.
It's my favorite pastime.
The group move pretty quickly. And she gestures. Yeah, Torgar gestures to like the rest of your group. Perhaps they might sort of run a relay in between, so yourselves up the front, your group behind, and then us trailing. You can let us know about the path ahead. We can
Sounds
hear
like a plan.
every button you press, stuff.
Type.
You guys need to know I'm typing, right? Alright.
So the suggestion is that you guys basically make the journey at your own pace, not at the Gutbuster Brigade's pace, and they will follow in your tracks, and you can keep them apprised of anything that they need to be worried about.
Sounds like a plan.
You don't want to DM 50 dwarves in combat if we run across something?
No, I don't.
You sure, James?
Just sick the dwarves on him. We'll sit back.
But
Get 'em, dwarves!
as you ride out to the west, there is a bit of a kerfuffle going on with the Dawn Guard in Van Harnia. And as you get to the gate, there is a line of 6 of them, each side of the gate outside. And as Torgar exits at the head of these dwarves, each one of them salutes. You see Torgar sort of hesitate for a moment. And shakes his head.
Torgar,
I'm no captain. Not now. Not ever. And then Anvar, sort of last in line, sort of raises his hand. Torgar, you notice him sort of shake his head and lean down and sort of vaguely wipe a tear from his cheek. He shakes his head and, "You still got the job, lad!" He shouts to Anvar, and as you ride out to the west, that is where we are going to end. And we are led to the timeless tradition of MVPs. Who shall I pick on today? Long time no see, by the way, Kibble. Hello. We'll start with... We normally pick on Jamal, so that makes sense. Why not pick on Jamal? Jamal, your MVP.
Okay, I'll take a couple
Take
if
one.
they're not
Take
taken
one.
by the end,
Yes.
but I'll go for one for the time being. I'm gonna have to go with. Darth also mentioned this as well, but it's the dwarves that all share the same brain cell. They all have one singular brain cell, and they all share the damn thing.
Yeah, they're very similar.
It's so cute.
They've spent like 300 years in each other's company. They kind of become the same person.
That's cute.
Duff.
I really like the depressed Toby arc. Toby? Obi
Obi.
arc.
Who is
Wrong campaign.
Toby?
Toby is the character Jamal played in Call of the Netherdeep, but no.
Aww.
Obi, I like that. I say I like that, but that sounds like mean to say. But
No.
I also like seeing Obi do all that. I was Glacius is just like, yeah, all right. I have to like bury the hatchet with Sullivan. All right, like pretty soon he's gonna be getting tattoos and like coming home late at night past curfew.
He's acting out.
Speaking of which, Obi, Matt.
I gotta give my MP to Goblin that was stirring the water to make the food.
Oh, you enjoyed Thick Skull stirring the water with no soup
I
in it,
absolutely
nothing in
enjoyed
it.
Thick Skull a lot.
So cute.
Good, I'm glad. Alora.
I enjoy Sullivan being upset because he broke a promise. And like, I don't enjoy him being upset, but you know, the character.
Yeah.
I like the lines there. Yeah, a knight is only as good as his word. That sort of stuff. Yeah, it was very good.
I also enjoyed them reading their newspaper while they're fishing to be nonchalant.
Yeah.
Good. I'm glad. That's the little things that matter, right? Michaela.
I love the pub crawl with all the dwarves and getting into the dwarf city. I think dwarves are so cool and cute. And so yeah, I like the whole gang and their ridiculous antics of everyone having some kind of game or competition with the one guy we're looking for, and then it all led back to the first bar that we almost went into and then didn't.
I
just think about how much
I
shorter
double
this
checked
session
a
would be,
couple of times. Well, no, because he would have been like, we have to get the band together, and then he would have led you throughout the Dwarven City. Like, you were never getting out of that.
Okay.
Yeah, and Josh.
Yeah, I really liked the little conversation Ashrin and Sullivan had about the promise. And I really liked their conversation with Sullivan and Glacius. I thought it was like a really nice insight into their quote unquote friendship.
Yeah, relationship. It's a relationship.
Let's
right?
say rivalry.
Yeah. No, but it was
a friendship. Sullivan's just like,
no, but I liked that, you know, I liked that Glacius tried to make amends, but you know, Sullivan's still wary, and I like that, but is at least willing to try and see how it goes. Yeah, and I also liked the moment where I was, because in my head I was like, oh, I'll duel him for like his honor or whatever, and then he'll like fighting again, and then he'll join. And I was like, I'll command duel, and Jesus was like, he doesn't have to fight you.
Like, he just can't fight anyone else. Yeah. He's also like completely unarmored, just stood there like, no.
Yeah. We're just stick off.
Put your mitts up.
So yeah, I've got a few. I really enjoyed the moment where Michaela said, I kill Sullivan. For giving the names away. I like the sort of a knight is only as good as his word, like the promise to Charlotte, trying to get back, that sort of thing. Obi being driven to drink, obviously. I also enjoyed Glacius and Sullivan's discussion. I really liked the moment where Michaela and Dolores saw the satyr in the tavern, and Michaela said, oh, that'll sort itself out in a bit. Which was great. And the way that Dolores responded to being offered the wine by the dwarf, and she was just like, I'll just pocket that. Yeah, but my MVP actually goes to the persuading from Sullivan and Glacius at the end for Torgar. Torgar is a character that's very, very close to my heart. He's based on a character in a book who is also very close to my heart, also a dwarf. Like Michaela, I love dwarves. I love role-playing as dwarves. I love like the sort of the timeless honors and sort of time-honored traditions, and like they've got sort of a really soft heart underneath the tough exterior. You know, and I think Torgar's a real contrast to the idiots that follow him in the Gutbuster Brigade. So it was a little emotional for me, actually, the persuading of, and for that reason, I'm throwing one to each of you. For both the discussion together and for that persuading at the end. I just, yeah, it really was something for me.
I now have 3 cards.
So does Matt.
Use
I think
those.
he just stores them up.
I'd love to.
I do currently.
Yeah, well, you don't have to crit, right? You can just do what Laura does. As soon as she gets them, she just burns them on the next ability check that she fails. It's like, nope, not failing that. I am too good. Yeah, it's great. So, you know, each to their own. Maybe you just want to collect everyone and never use them and see how many you can get by the end of the campaign. I don't know.
Yeah, no, final boss. We just use them all.
Yeah, just every round. No, I reroll with advantage. I will crit. And then I'll use a crit card. Yeah, it's yeah, no, I'm glad that you guys find the cards entertaining, but for me it was the roleplay that led up to them. Jamal, if you'd like to let us know if there's any silly moments before I cut us off.
Yeah, there's. I've got 2 more silly little moments. When we saw Thunderfist, is it related to Thunderdick?
Oh yes, Foulrich, Thunderdick, Sun Meadow.
And then, of course, you trying to say 1 brick deep, 2 bricks deep, 3
Yes.
dicks deep.
That's hard. 3 bricks deep, 3 dicks deep. I don't know.
Yeah,
But anyway, that is where we're going to end.
No.
So if you guys would like to say goodbye,
Bye.
Bye.
we shall see you soon.